having not actually been burned to ash, helps one last time with the calm emotion spell. Rustle still leaves, changing forms every so often to get away from everyone to have a private chat. Meanwhile, Beur confronts Arlan only for Arlan to go in sleep mode and pretend to ignore Beur. Before Beur could pry any further, a knock at the door happens and the Black Bishop is standing at the door. After a brief conversation with the bishop, Beur takes the bishop away from the reprieve towards Sinclair's. Arlan, realizing this, begins to panic and thinks that Beur is going to die, gathers the crew, and they go to storm the gates. Beur arrives and speaks to the butler, introduces himself as Beur. Beur finds out there are multiple Sinclairs as it is a family name. Beur then ominously states that your reign of terror is coming to an end.
Yep.
Before reintroducing himself as Oliver Kipkin. And flies into the night. Moments later, the rest of the party shows up. Adrian and Oliver speaks to the butler, and the butler advises that the tiefling named Beur Oliver Kipkin has flown away, threatening the Sinclair family. After some conversation where Oliver drops the name Arlan in conjunction to a chess piece, they leave. Adrian, with some help from Arlan, tried to teach Oliver a little bit of subtlety.
We will see.
Meanwhile, Rustle is taking a leisurely stroll through the sewer, having a wonderful conversation with his new guardian angel. All is well. The angel tells him that he and his friends are safe from her and her ambitions for as long as Rustle does what he is told, that the plan is still on, and that she wants to remove Gaullus and take over. Use the artifact to seal Castiel, then corrupt Castiel so they can rule together and cause the apocalypse. All is good. The crew starts to head back to the reprieve. Rhuny has gotten there first. While waiting there, he hears a knock at the door, only for the Black Bishop to return. They chat. Rhuny makes a new friend as they wait for the others. Rustle returns first and overhears something with sinister implications and calls Rhuny upstairs and kicks the bishop out. Rhuny and Rustle gets into an argument. Rhuny tells Rustle that he's been mean. Rustle confesses that he's been using Third Eye to throw off the scent. Meanwhile, trying to advise Rhuny that the bishop should not be trusted. The rest of the party shows up and sees Bishop at the door. They begin talking when Beur returns flustered. Rustle chases the bishop away while shushing Beur. There across the street, the Black Bishop waits, staring ominously at the reprieve. As the party members enter the reprieve to have a discussion, cracks begin to form. Alright. The floor is yours.
In our psyche or in the walls of the reprieve?
Amongst the group.
Gotcha. How much does Arlan weigh?
I don't believe any of you have ever tried to lift them.
Good answer. How much does a
Oliver's done it
skeleton weigh?
with Oliver's done it with one hand.
Little buff boy.
Little halfling, like, I gotcha.
Oliver has fought an army of dwarfs while carrying someone on his back. So I don't know if that's a good.
So we are all in the reprieve.
Yes, you all have entered the reprieve. I think you were the one that said everybody needs to get in so you can have a conversation. But the Black Bishop, last year saw him. They are 100 yards away, just not at the reprieve, but definitely just staring at it.
And they
Or staying away from it. It's what
they effectively look like Arlan. It's just the top of them is a
it's the opposite
bishop
color.
piece, and it's black.
Yeah, it's the Black Bishop, and it's
Black
the
gold
bishop
red.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I do not remember what the intent of my conversation was.
Is that your friend from work?
I think it was trying to warn him
Arlan's sitting
about
there
the bishop,
smiling
what
with
you
their little
overheard.
I don't remember specifically what I overheard.
You had an insight check, and I told you that the thing was attempting to sound robotic,
Okay.
attempting to sound automated, and that's when you started telling everybody, "Get out, get out, get out! Come in, come in, come in."
Well, I can comfortably say I'm confused.
Me too, Oliver. Me too.
Yeah. This day's been weird.
There are multiple Sinclairs. That is a family
But
name.
it's a full house of mages.
It is. I was under the assumption Sinclair was a first name, not a family name. So when I go and look for Sinclair, this is cognitive me. Like from sessions ago, I'm like, I just gotta go talk to Sinclair.
I apologize.
What's their first name?
Should have told you that.
No problem. I should have. You know what? No. It's not on you. I should have been a better investigator.
I think
thought you
you've been
were
hanging
gonna
out too much because they thought you shared my family name. Well, I guess,
They most certainly did, Oliver.
yeah, that
How
was.
serendipitous is that?
I was trying to tell them they just didn't know, but
Do you happen to know what the Sinclair who is friends with Gregori's, what their first name is?
No. He probably works with more than one of them.
Do you know their age roughly?
I mean, if Gory works with them, they're probably a decent, like a pretty well-off mage. So I'd say older than the average. Maybe the matriarch or the patriarch of the household.
So if they, well, but he, perhaps they, I mean, they work with you, so they don't have to be that old to work with Grigori.
wait, you work with the
Yeah.
mages?
No, he works with Grigori.
Hmm.
Where do you think I spend my days?
I honestly don't know. You're kind of a kid. I figured just like having fun. You play music. You're pretty good at like telling stories, and you got some pretty interesting life experiences. I'd be.
That's a huge compliment from you.
I mean, the first time I met you, you were being chased by a pale demon thing. That is crazy.
I still don't know what I did to deserve that.
You deserved it. Okay.
I don't know if that's necessarily what he said.
Okay.
That's on me. For the sake of them being research partners,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be someone of more experience.
That's a fair point.
Did you have a question?
Can I safely assume that that is the dad?
So you guys do know that there is a Sinclair that is an older gentleman that is part of the Mage's Council. I would say no, because this guy does not look like the Mage Council Sinclair.
Do I think that it might be my one?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Okay. Oh well, I'm Madeline. Forgot his first name.
yes.
Hello, I'm Madeline.
I don't think you told me his first name. I've got
You
your
told me his first
well.
Franklin.
No, it's Sinclair.
name.
Sinclair.
No, it's
Mr. Master.
Yeah, Master Sinclair.
Mr. Master
Agent.
Agent Stan.
Agent Sinclair.
Stan Sinclair.
I thought all I told you was Sinclair.
okay. Cool.
It is
Well, I
Sinclair,
can give him
Sinclair.
a name.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got the name for the old guy.
Cool.
The head honcho.
Privy or not.
Can Russell still, like, if he cracks the door, can he still see the bishop standing out there? It's nighttime now?
The bishop is.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like street lamps and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Is it safe to assume that Arlan is awake now?
I came in with you.
Perfect. I just want to make sure that I have seen you move. Because now I know that you are awake and not just shut down somewhere.
Oh, let's move it.
That's the thing. It's like there's a tiny little twitch. It's like, okay, they're not asleep.
I've been talking.
So what?
I know.
What was the issue with
Just got to.
the bishop?
Russell closes the door. It's an act.
What's in it?
Huh?
wisdom saving throw.
I still don't know that this is happening to me.
No. Anybody see anything invisible?
What is happening to Arlan?
See,
Are you still under the influence?
21.
Presumably something is scrying.
I am gonna do something.
Screen.
Go
They have more agency than they let on. Points out towards the bishop.
Do all of you have more agency than you let on? Making a wisdom
I'm
saving
gonna
throw.
cast another action.
Is that a radius? Or is it just even?
For the duration, you hide a target that you touch, myself, from divination magic.
So I can still scrub any of us.
Oh, the target can be a willing creature or place or an object no larger than 10 feet. So, no, just.
We all
Just make sure you mark off
everyone get in the
25
phone
gold.
booth.
Just make sure you mark off 25 gold.
I bought the stuff earlier.
Okay.
Everyone sit on the couch.
Yes,
Sit
everyone's flat in.
For non-detection rug.
Are the others like you?
I don't believe so, no. Before I was.
That one is.
They're not supposed to be.
Are
Yeah.
you
Am I?
supposed to be?
Not by their estimation, probably. Someone did make me this way on purpose, but it was someone else.
Could you tell us what that person's name was?
I don't see how that's relevant.
I don't see how not answering is irrelevant.
Yeah, me too. So they're like you, but they're not supposed to be, and you're not supposed to be like you. So are they the opponent? Like, are they bad?
In the game, they were. We were opponents, but I guess I don't know what the intention is here. I would assume not.
How were you guys, like, when you were on break? Was it kind of hostile? Or was there some camaraderie amongst the board?
We did not have enough consciousness to have opinions or hold conversation, aside from the ones we were told.
So
Do you think it would now? Have a
Well, if it's like me, then probably.
It might actually need help.
like you needed help.
he's
Well,
attempting to deceive us.
Oliver will just get in front of you and be like, "Really,
Yes.
with Adrian? We have a problem with deceit now."
Context matters.
I haven't gotten that far in my lessons.
What are you taking lessons on?
Deceit.
Deceit.
Life in general.
Conversation.
Well, I may have accidentally said something I shouldn't have when I was talking to the Sinclair Butler thing. And realizing that I am sometimes what's considered too honest, it puts you all in danger. So yes, I am taking lessons on how not to do that.
Adrian will like think for a second. I suppose it's not necessarily fair to say that, since we lead dangerous lives. So, but thank you for the effort.
We'll see.
So is he just gonna stand out there all night?
Should I go talk to it?
No.
Okay.
We
told
should
to
take
back.
watches.
I think that I should speak to it at some point, but not. it's going to stay, we have to do something. So,
Like just outside. We all just step outside.
no, not here.
Like
Who would you
not in the
do?
general area.
Not in the general area.
We could go to that bar we went to when we met. Where we got breakfast that I don't remember the name of.
Wasn't Tiffany's.
No. No.
No, I'm not that fancy.
Blushing Mermaid?
Three flex sailings.
No, the actual breakfast place was something pig. Something
Oh,
smattered ham. I don't know.
I don't know.
The smothered cover.
Smothered and covered.
I don't know, man.
Mother and covered.
It's hash brown orders at Waffle House.
Arlan, if you tell me who the name
Smiling boy.
perfect. Yeah, smothered and covered. I got
You got the pig. It kind of starts with an S.
the person who made you like this might have some insight to this other thing.
They
I would
could
tell
have
you.
sent it after us.
What's that?
They could have sent it after us.
Yeah, if we can go talk to him, we could clear that up.
Are you on good terms with the person who made you sentient?
I'm gonna guess no.
Let him answer.
There are so many questions happening. Okay. I doubt it. We're not on terms. I forgot what it was.
Nothing. Stated. They could have sent it after us.
They could not.
How do you know that?
I don't believe they're in the city.
Like the other pieces.
Creator.
Oh, okay.
Creator is still here. The person who gave me thoughts and feelings is not.
Are they're separate?
Yes.
Oh, this is okay.
I was damaged and subsequently thrown away and found.
So if
Oh,
the person
cool.
who gave you thought and feeling is not here, then should we assume that the bishop doesn't have thought and feeling?
No. We should not assume that.
If a random person who found me in the trash could do this, I imagine there are many others who could.
But that's a good thing though, right? Because now you can, like you're you.
Unless they were sent to find me. That's my concern.
If they're not here, where are they?
I don't know.
When was the last time you saw them?
Several months ago. Before I met you.
Do I believe that?
You can make the charisma check you need to make, and you can make an insight.
$16 on the inside. If you're lying to me, it's going to change.
Say it one more time. Sorry, that distracted me.
It's going to be a 16. If you are lying to me, it's a 17.
I got an 18. So I don't know.
I read that! Beur flies up into this.
Tell him what your intent was with the card. So, like,
Oh my god.
what information did you intend for him to get? Is what you need to tell him.
I mean, I'm going to believe it.
Yeah.
It wasn't
No,
that-
the intent was they left. Last time I saw was a few months ago.
Right. That was it. I'm like, okay.
That was the fact you were supposed to go on it from what you
Yep.
said.
Why am I be putting on this act?
I would assume.
Arlen's
To keep
Oh,
six
yeah.
accomplished heroes hidden in their home. She'll kind of giggle at it as she's like, I mean,
It looks
for all intents and purposes, it's topiary. It's a garden decoration in comparison to Arlan. Do all of them know magic like you do?
None of them should.
Was it armed or was it just in drab clothing?
Yeah, it
or-
has arms.
No, I mean it was dressed in like a cloak almost, but outside of that, no weapons, nothing like that.
Is being sentient dangerous? I mean, I
I imagine they wouldn't like it very
right.
much that I am.
You don't like people seeing that you're sentient. So that
Yes.
probably.
Like the creators wouldn't like it, but the person that gave the sentience is okay with it.
Yes.
I'm still following.
How does one
think-
bestow sentience?
Thinking about the case file, how long ago was Arlan's
I,
thing?
I can't remember.
A few months ago.
I was there, but
Okay, I thought it was much closer than that.
Green slate.
It took that long?
I'm
I
gonna
thought it was
go
like a month.
with magic.
No, yeah, it took that long because they had to
They had to wait.
But
was
Arlen
behind,
said just
so
like a random
something
person
came
did,
up.
so I
So
was
then,
like,
yeah,
I don't
still
know if
doesn't
I could
like it.
bestow
Okay, perfect.
sentience on like the couch.
For Oliver.
I mean,
Oh, that's pretty good.
We had to hire out a charity.
What?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? We go talk to it, and what does it summon the rest of the chessboard, or
Now you
Is it-
put
have
it
we-
that way, that would, if they're bad, that would be bad. Yeah.
Good. What have we just thought about talking to it?
Well, I mean, we've thrown that idea around, and now it's not here, not now, somewhere else at some point.
should we rest tonight and then invite it to breakfast in the morning? Elsewhere, not here.
I think this would be good. And I say not here because I would rather not put anyone in unnecessary danger, but if you get the safest.
I mean, if we do end up finding out that we feel like we're in danger, I can always get you guys bunks at the barracks.
I feel like there's less people to put in danger here than there would be at a pub.
I thought we stay here. It's
Collateral damage.
very polite in keeping. If it wanted to kill us, it would have been knocking down the door now.
Exactly.
But if they don't care,
Both of those things.
they don't have the moral fortitude.
Do you know that?
Well, if we're talking about them being bad, let's assume they're really bad. I mean, think about the people that were making that third mind stuff.
Aye.
Yeah. I have trouble with the technical stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad, and they didn't care about any of the collateral damage. Thankfully, we got the chemist, so you don't have to worry about that.
What? Rest. Watches.
Rest and watches.
First watch.
I can take a second.
Who's
What are you
up first?
thinking over there, Beur?
What's that?
Because you've been quiet. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind?
Yeah,
About
Beur
a ki-
Oliver Kithkin.
Beur Oliver Kithkin is thinking about their next hit song. Beur, yeah. It's got to
Rhuny
start
can-
somewhere.
Rhuny can help write it.
I've been actually learning the cello, Oliver. We're working on a thing.
We should do that to unwind a little bit this evening.
I wholeheartedly agree. I've been thinking of a case I'm working on.
Do you want to rope us into it, or work and personal life separate?
You all are all of my life.
Oh,
Thank you.
Is it the
Why that?
is it the apothecary one?
It is.
That
I just need one question answered, and then I'll probably be done with the case.
do you want to tell us the question so we can kind of help canvas if we what? I don't even know how to help really.
I'm trying to figure out if this death was an accident or not. Because if it is, then it means that I can try to protect the person who may have done it. Because what I care about is protection and innocence and righting wrongs. So it is a scenario where if it was an accident, all I have to do is know that, and I will do the best to my investigatory abilities to prove that, and they will be safe. And if it wasn't an accident, then I need to know why.
I'm not going to remember all of that to ask, but
I appreciate your efforts.
I'll try.
It's all that anyone will ever ask.
What? Why would it be an accident, though? Well, no, that sometimes, yeah, that accidents happen.
Accidents can happen.
But what if they accidentally, like,
Did it on purpose?
killed themselves on accident?
Well, they could have, but if that's the case, I just need to know so I can close this case. Case for
Do
case.
we know what happened to the body? Because can't we take the body to, like, say, Fort Hill, or yeah, I would much rather not take it to the mages because the mages already like duped us.
Not a mage.
But
It's already gone
can't you talk to the dead?
You want me to speak with Sinclair?
No. Sinclair's not dead.
Dead?
the dead apothecary.
Oh, the dead got.
Yeah.
Wait, let's back up.
Then we can.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
I did think you said dad. I was like, oh yeah. It's like, let's go.
Always going a little fast. He's got 90. He's trying to pursue it before it's gone.
I believe Butters has already done that. Or at least they attempted to figure out what the thing was with some kind of magic, and they couldn't figure it out. But I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Let me look at the case file if they spoke with the dead or not.
I don't think that's in Butta's wills. Check his character sheet.
Is the freaking thing at the morgue?
Hold on.
Man, because what? That would have helped out on so many things. Like just, well, does it cost a lot to do?
I don't know. Arlan, does it cost a lot to speak to the people beyond the grave?
You know that he's an arcanist, and with your religion spell skill, the only arcane caster that can do it is like a bard.
So no,
This is
that's fine.
religious.
So, is the body there still? Since it is under, and since it's under investigation, they wouldn't probably do much with it unless it's already been looped in with the Gallus stuff or the Matthias stuff, and they just burned it.
There's no indication of it's been moved.
So-
you know, at one point it was because he
I don't know
did do
what
his
they do have,
divinations, his spells, and stuff like that. But
Can I?
as a storm sorcerer,
Yeah, go ahead.
there's a dead note.
Can you send a sending for me, Arlen's?
I am out of spell.
You carry it.
Is the
I need another hour. You give me an hour.
So you just have a corpse in your pocket thrown in the ground and fly.
Beur, if you would give me some time to collect myself from the day.
It's okay. We can unwind playing music while Arlan unwinds.
Say that one more time. You're gonna play music while
That's all right. We can
Yeah,
go
let's do
upstairs
it.
and unwind by practicing a little bit. Adrian, it might be a good idea to get your input too. You perform.
Can you play something that's a pan flute and a cello?
Or just a cello.
Pretty specific.
Listen, Mozart.
Yeah, no, it's like Googled it. It's like immediately.
I mean, we have the library of Alexandria at our fingertips.
We have
Of course
the
it's found there.
technology.
No. Then all you got to do is just play "Paint It Black" by Wednesday Addams, because that's a really good song.
Basically a bagpipe,
What is?
a pan flute, and a cello.
hey, Butters is good with a bag of what is it? What is it
A
called?
bagpipe.
Yeah, bagpipe.
Go ahead and just play the funeral march
You
of
like
the
polka
Celtics. That is.
Keep an eye on our friend.
That's what we're gonna call ourselves, the bagpipe.
Russell goes upstairs and then climbs out his little roof window and watches the bishop from the top of the tower.
Yeah, he's not there anymore.
Russell descends the tower from the outside and goes to the spot where the bishop was and attempts to find a trail.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Adrian like peers out the window. Does she see it from where she's at?
Yeah, it's consuming Rustle.
Its fucking head tips back like a squeaky garbage can. Just
21.
goes in.
Give me 1 second.
The head flaps shut and just feathers over.
Sentient Pez dispenser.
Way to go.
And it's weird because you know where a trail should start. There's no trail there either.
You just hear Adrian. Huh. Bishop left.
You see Russell just
Guess I'll be
Like
checking
what I
into
mean,
my
there's no
bed.
trail from the front door to that spot. And you watched him walk it.
You got any ideas? He
Yes.
says in his head.
Oh, you asking the DM?
Kinda.
Yep.
It depends on. I think you're right about its lying, but the question is something acting through it, or is something pretending to be it? If something's acting through it, it kind of limits its abilities, but if someone's pretending to be it, then they have access to magic, and you can hide trails with magic.
So you're saying it might not even be a bishop at all?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You know how I said right 15? You change it to 16.
Goal is you gotta get to 17.
Ask more questions. We'll find out what happens.
Wait, is 15 the number of questions I asked in that conversation? Only once. I'm fucked.
We ain't gonna get old again.
You ain't gonna fool me again. But yeah. Probably several times. Alright, Russell goes back to the top of the tower.
That's good, but you need to play it louder.
Working on it.
And while the two of you are in there, we're just gonna apologize for dipping on you and Oliver. Yeah, what the hell was that about? I got a message from Leah. Our not really fey friend, but the redhead? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, what you want? She was concerned for my well-being because I need to
Are you
track down.
supposed to give her like a child or something?
I'm supposed to give her something. I don't know.
Okay. What?
I have no interest in children yet.
I mean, that's all.
It's for
That's kind of, you know, yeah, it's kind of their stick.
I followed Russell to across the street from his old place, like a burned, damaged building,
Mhm.
and that's just where she told me to go to follow him. And he was speaking to himself.
Okay.
Now, supposedly, maybe, he was on drugs, or he was on third eye, which is what he told me. But he was acting pretty out of sorts, and I don't think she would have sent me there because Russell was on third eye. I don't know if he has
So
any
did she-
history of drug use.
No.
So she sent you there to check on him?
I think there was more to it than that.
What was he saying to himself?
Not a ton. You know, he's kind of quiet.
Where was this place at?
Across the street from his old apartment.
His new apartment? Well, not new. I would just say, I think he moved recently. No, did he? No, he didn't.
No, y'all are under the impression that he actually lives in that apartment, though.
It's the
now
whole
he
place,
lives in
too.
the reprieve, so that
Yeah.
the old
Okay. Yeah.
apartment would be.
Yeah. So okay. So he was in somewhere across the street.
Yeah.
So when he was talking to himself,
Yeah.
what did the other thing sound like?
I only heard one side of the conversation.
Things were the same.
Johnny, do not remember that, despite it happening
Yeah, I
Neither
think
do
it-
I.
in game a few hours ago.
I believe you would have actually heard him say the catchphrase, and then you would probably try to say it back. But I would say it back to you perfectly. I think-
You really didn't say too much. You were at. It was a lot of
Yeah.
asking open-ended, short questions that could be really perceived as almost anything. It's not anything like intelligible.
He was asking questions of someone who wasn't there.
What kind of questions were they, though? Could you hear any?
Probably would have heard him say Dallas with a question mark.
Okay.
Because this was the conversation where he was telling you that Gallus was here, and everybody started.
I mean, I know he's looking for Wilk here, but that trail's kind of gone cold a little bit.
So cold.
I'm just a little bit concerned. And
Well, thank you for letting me
whatever's going on with him might mean for us. Otherwise, Leo wouldn't have sent me over.
That's
Protecting your investment.
did they send you to talk to them or try to figure out what was going on?
She's a fae.
What did Leah say to you?
I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Follow your feathered friend alone. Can't have you dying before I get your favor repaid. You should check his old place if you lose him.
Got a way to talk to this person? Just talk to Leah.
It's too late to talk to the Fae right now.
Do they sleep?
Well, I do.
No, you don't. wait.
6-hour adventure for a 10-minute conversation.
Like, wait a minute. No, you don't.
Meditate. Potato. But it's too late. We've dealt with lawn furniture, and I'm not dealing with the Fae right now.
Also, I tried talking to her on the way back, and she said she would give me more information if I furthered my debt to her.
Oh, no.
So let's-
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
I want it known that
Yeah.
I attempted that.
Thank you for sharing.
Let's give it up for Beur. You're doing great. Those ring finger hammer outs are really, really coming along.
Those what?
Ring finger ham.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
I don't know
I
if
got
you
rid-
hammer on with.
I got rid of one of my rings, actually.
Did you?
Recently.
Why?
To help out a friend. All right. Get out of my room. No. Just joke.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Rhuny, have you heard from your brothers in a while? They're all dead.
I mean, y'all pass there's letters that go through general conversation, like keeping in touch kind of stuff.
I get letters intermittently.
Are they all well?
They seem to be so far.
Your
It's what the inside
Lionel
letter.
brother,
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if some of them know how to do that, but they're doing their best.
That's all we can ask.
You and me both.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Wait, so when after your chess games, like you guys didn't talk about it?
No. We did not talk. I mean, we could speak, but only what we were told to say.
Do you remember all of that, like, vividly?
Not vividly.
Okay. I was about to say, because that would be awful.
It was.
Well, that would, yeah, I guess.
I don't know that I thought it was awful then, but I think it is awful.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, what's the point of... I guess it's like sparring. Like, and if you can't talk about it and learn. Anyway... I don't have a place to stay here, so I'm probably just gonna curl up behind the counter.
You can have my bed.
No. I don't sleep much. Oliver, coming downstairs.
Yep.
Got a spot for you.
Okay.
And smoke.
I mean, I'm fine back there. I'll fit just fine. I don't want to put you out.
We're not having a guest in our home sleep behind a counter.
Well, I can also then, like, if someone comes in, I'll be able to...
It's fine. Go upstairs.
Okay. Come on, Smoke.
I really thought about just having a drawer pulled out with them. I got a spot for you.
Yeah, let's first stop.
Not behind the counter.
Or a crib.
There's a lock on it. You just shut it and lock it.
Oh no! What happened, Oliver?
I've seen the other side of Seinfeld. When the Chinese tourists get stuck in, or the Japanese tourists get stuck in Kramer's cupboard.
What?
Yeah, he has a bunch of Japanese tourists that are like sleeping in his dresser. They get stuck.
Are we still doing watches?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Russell, where's Russell? Does he just make sure he knows where I'm at so he can wake me up?
Yep.
Okay. Night.
Good night.
You all sleeping?
Who's taking which watch?
First watch.
Okay.
Second?
I'll take the third one. I'll be meditating downstairs.
Dan watch or
What's up?
Dan watch or?
So during watch 1 and 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Goes without any issue. You wake up to ascending. Ready, come get it.
Oh, like I guess what during one of their watches he wakes up.
No, I mean like the
long
day,
rest
the
goes on.
morning. It's yeah.
Presumably Salvatore's voice, or
One of his
or
lackeys.
guard, or
Yeah.
guard the guard, or other people.
He was like,
No, Russell walks down and is like, "I've got to go pick something up. I will be back in an hour and a half.
probably.
Do we want to meet somewhere for breakfast?
Breakfast."
Breakfast here.
You guys have a kitchen in the reprieve?
We do now.
Certainly.
We can make coffee or tea downstairs for, a client who might need a cup of...
Yeah, but I'm talking food.
Well, we have mess kits from our really fun days of roughing it.
I mean, those are fun, but... Okay, I'm going to go get breakfast. If anyone wants to go, awesome. If not, I'll see y'all in about an hour.
I'm just gonna add the amulet of proof against detection and location. Right. Because there's not a ring on here.
It's actually something slightly.
Isn't that functionally what it is?
Kind of. I'm trying to remember what it was called though. Do you remember what it's called? It's the
Something of non-detection.
the critical role one.
Oh, hell.
There's a critical role ring of non-detection. Just put Taldore ring of poof.
I think it's Ring of Shrouding.
It's not coming.
Is that one of the things?
Band of Shrouds. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
The rare and creatures within 60 feet of it cannot be targeted by divination magic.
That's not cool.
Because it's a
It's not in
critical
D&D
thing.
Beyond.
Okay.
I'll just It's basically non-detection for things within 60 feet.
Sweet. Alright. So yeah, Russell
And
will.
it is attunement, so you'll have to take.
Yeah, Russell will head to Salvatore's to pick that up.
Okay. Goes off without any issue. Do you attune to it there, or
Yeah, no, he would ask like if it's cool to chill for a minute and basically just sit down right there and focus on it.
so it's going to take you probably a little more than an hour and a half to get back. But I mean, get there and get back. So what do you guys want to do in the meanwhile?
I'll go get breakfast with Oliver if you're getting him.
I need to talk to Beur.
I'm gonna stay here for a little bit, have a conversation.
I'll
You
go
want me
get
to bring you-
breakfast with Oliver.
That can be.
And Jerry will
yeah, that
join
can
in
be
the breakfast shenanigan.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like Bear's gonna. He's a light sleeper. Sleep a whole lot anymore. So I mean, he'd be up in the wee hours. This could be before everyone's there, or they can just leave and I can stay.
Well, Arlan only rests for 6 hours.
Mhm.
So it could be.
Okay.
Is Beur in his room?
He would be. Yeah. Well, actually, if Oliver was up there, he would sleep on like the couch in the den or whatever, like down in the reception area where like clients would come in and sit, and Dax would take their information and stuff.
Okay, and Adrian is down there too.
She was meditating. Okay, you're meditating. Then you're on the couch, and I'm just sitting in a chair. Like,
Well, she's meditating, watches 1 and 2. She's actually taking walks. She's probably up.
so yeah.
You've got the couch.
so she's down there.
Oliver is a guardsman.
Yes.
And
That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
I'll answer your questions. I'm not just going to tell you.
I just have one. And I think that may be the end of it. I don't know. But I gotta know. Was the death of Arlan Hildebrand an accident?
Accident.
In this case, what I mean by accident, it was not done on purpose or through the means of a person who had intent. Or an object or a thing or whatever you want to call whatever.
I suppose accident then, yes.
If that is the case, I need to prove that so we can put an end to this.
I don't believe that's possible.
Why?
Because that would require exposing me to much more attention than I am willing to have.
Okay. If I can speak with them like that music man did with the chemist, I can ask it the right questions to prove it was an accident, and that could possibly be the end of it.
The outcome is the same.
Why?
In either case, you have to know who killed her.
Mm-hmm.
The outcome is the same.
there's a distinction here that's very important. Killed implies intent. An accident means something just happened.
Killed implies death. An accident can involve.
Mm-hmm. So, let me tell you how it is from my angle. I know this. Now, I don't follow through with the case and say I run into a dead end. My friend is a better detective than I. So what do we do about that? Rustle has it. Beur goes,
No, he fucking does not.
I suppose I cannot. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Chloe Decker.
I do not know. I do not know.
With the shoulder shot.
They
Rustle
are
with the window ladder.
my. I am effectively their investigator liaison, or she's my liaison to the city guard who investigates crimes, or she's actually the detective, and I'm just the investigator.
Thanks.
I suppose then she will not give up.
No, she will not.
She won't give up.
Here's heavy.
Rustle
There's
cast
a remedy
corpse.
for that.
And would she be able to follow me if I left?
When you say leave, where are you? Where would you leave? You mean out of the city?
Surely there are other cities in the world.
Oh, there are. Yeah. I don't know if folks out in the world would have your best interest.
Well, people here do not have my best interest.
Do you mean people in this city or people in this tower?
People in this city. I do not always know about the people in this tower. But I imagine there are people like the people in this tower, also in other cities. Just as there are Sinclairs in other cities. But
So-
at least they will not be mine.
You may have never heard this saying, but sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil you don't.
I would rather die at anyone else's hand. I would rather go to another city, meet another Sinclair, and they kill me, than stay here, meet this Sinclair, and die there.
Then I'm going to sit on this case as long as I possibly can then.
I shall endeavor to make our wait as short as
Sorry, it's taking a moment of like, how does he say, we don't want you to leave? That means I could send this for a very long time. Or try to.
The wait will be no more than 25 days.
I will stay long enough to get us sorted out, but if the danger becomes too great, I will leave immediately.
Deal. If I can close this case, are you going to stay, or does the threat of a looming Sinclair, whomever this entity is that I have yet to meet, or see.
He is not that great.
He's what?
He is not that great.
Greatness comes in many forms. And great does not have to be good.
What were you saying?
I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to make this go away. But is the threat of a Sinclair going to make you leave anyways? Because if that's the case, then that's a bigger issue that we all will... you'll need our help, all of our help to solve.
If they could be convinced to leave me alone, then I would stay, but if they can't, I will have to leave. Eventually, anyway.
I agree.
Which I am not necessarily opposed to.
There you are, insight check.
$15.
These are wizards that are presumably now aware of Arlan, looking for Arlan.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., you can run, but you cannot hide.
Yeah.
That situation.
Okay. I don't think running is going to solve your issue. These are in it. This Sinclair is as powerful as we perceive. There's not going to be a...
Maybe I can live longer. I would rather not repeat history, but if that will fix it.
Something that I've learned by living in this city for a long time is people repeat history over and over and over.
I'm taking that as endorsement.
And it's part of what makes them human. And it makes them alive. So I don't think it's a bad thing, repeating history. But I will say this, if you're trying to live longer and that life is you running, I don't think that's a life worth living. I think we can help you solve your problem.
I hope we're talking about the same thing.
I think we're talking about the same thing too.
Okay.
I can't see your face. I don't know how all this is landing.
Excellent. I have... You can't tell Oliver.
I don't plan to.
I expect Rhuny is probably not a good choice either, though I don't know him very well. But the other two, I imagine, will be fine.
Well, I wanted just to stay with us. And then let them help as needed and know only what they need to. Because it also might put them in danger as well.
Yes, I understand. But I do not intend to avoid it so ardently.
Well, then we have an accord. Or at least the makings of one.
I'm gonna go look out all of the windows. That is going to involve going into every room, so I don't know if people are still sleeping. Sorry. But,
We're getting breakfast.
okay. I'm gonna go...
Was this conversation happening before or after or during?
This is a little before
Oh.
everyone woke up, I think.
Because presumably y'all are waiting for Rustle to get back. If you're fucking cool. But also he's gonna, take longer than he said, so it'll be fair to you guys after that.
The bishop isn't out there. I can't see.
He's full.
Roll a perception check.
I'm wearing my thing.
Cocaine and cigarettes.
I didn't say a stealth check.
20.
20.
Russell saves himself by
Do I
moving that.
want the
I think Rhuny told it to come back in 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Depends on how it takes that, though, because, it seemed that away from the reprieve was good at 100 yards.
Until it just fucking disappeared.
There's too much of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's out there?
Mm-hmm.
Like standing watching the reprieve?
Hmm?
Like on what side?
Let's say the opposite side this time. About 100 yards.
Okay, so like at the back.
Okay, so Oliver would not see that on his return jog from the barracks, because he would have to go out for his morning run to go inform his crew what they would be patrolling. Then he'd be coming back and then gathering everyone to go breakfast.
Yeah.
No, you're shaking your head no.
I'm with Johnny,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Uh,
Yes, I
As
am.
Adrian is walking with Rhuny.
Are you all leaving? You're leaving?
Yeah, I thought we were on the way and that you guys were going to catch up. So Adrian was not present for that whole conversation.
Well, we were sleeping.
You all are still
hanging
sleeping.
out.
That was happening before everybody woke up.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oliver would have got up real early to do his morning run, go set up his barracks because he's got responsibilities, and then he would have been on his way back.
I imagine order of operations is these two are already just up. Russell walks up. I got to run an errand. I'll be back in an hour and a half. And then their conversation happens. Oliver's already out and about before any of that.
That's what I thought was going on too.
Oh, that we were going. They were sitting on.
Okay, where's Adrian's room?
It's going to be upstairs. Probably. Adrian
Oh,
is
she's
top
on
floor,
watch.
right? Yeah, and then Russell's.
But she would have been downstairs. So
Okay.
she would have been on watch at that time. But if you guys had that conversation in a different room, she would have been a part
So you would know Oliver's
Well,
not
Arlan-
in the reprieve because he would have told you he was going out.
Arlan would talk about it with Adrian in the room. So it's not like we were
Oh,
running.
okay, got it.
I'm gonna find Adrian.
We'll be around the first floor of the reprieve.
Um,
Morning.
Without really saying anything, Arlen's just gonna kind of.
Okay. Yeah. Everything okay? And she'll approach.
And lead her up to the window.
Okay. The bishop come back. We'll look at what you're pointing out.
Is it still there?
The bishop, you said. Came back in the night, did he? I wonder if he's hungry. You think he'd enjoy a breakfast?
We are not capable of eating.
We're capable of company. So, if you had to guess, what would your first guess? What would he be doing here?
I believe he is here to. I believe it was sent to find me.
So we should treat him as such that he's dangerous.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll think about it. Does he do requests? Do you think? Or do they do requests? Because I could just ask him to leave. Or do you think it would tell me what it was doing here?
Do I know that Rhuny talked to it? I know I don't know what was said, but do I know that they spoke?
I don't know if you told him or not.
I don't know either. I don't know if the conversation that we had after the door was shut implied that I was speaking to it either.
I mean, you know that Rhuny had talked.
Right.
Rhuny has not said that to anybody.
I don't think I was I talked to it, and I don't know
Yeah,
if
and Rustle
you said
didn't
anything that
say anything
implied that
specific. He probably would have, but he didn't because I forgot.
I mean, Russell did warn that it was dangerous, but that was it. No context though.
We did what we were told, so I imagine it will do whatever you tell it to, unless it has some overriding command.
So what about you sets it apart from it and others like it?
I was picked up by someone else who made me as I am.
And I suppose during these games were you all damaged? Thrown out?
As far as I know, I was the only one. There was a party that got out of hand.
I have been to Sinclair's where there's been a wild party.
Say that again?
I have been to Sinclair's when there's been a wild party.
You have been there?
Hmm?
Did you see
Once
it?
or twice. Didn't go out to the garden much. The things that I was after are jewelry boxes, rings. So I didn't get to see you. Though it is fantastic that you're able to move and talk as you are. Just very curious. Do you think the same person that picked you up would have picked up another discarded piece? Or were you always able to talk?
We were always able to talk. We did not have free will or thoughts, as it were.
Maybe I should go ask if it's... maybe it's in love with you.
I do not.
Interesting concept.
Do you believe? I'm unfamiliar.
the math is going through his head. Oh.
Well, I know we're going out for breakfast. So I'd like to. Oliver should be on his way back. I suppose I could go talk to it, see what it wants.
Should you go alone?
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Do you?
What? What's he gonna do? Checkmate me? It's fine.
Checkmate.
As you hear like the blender gears grinding up meat in his head.
His mouth opens and it's just two spinning grinders.
Do you mind if I ask someone to go with you anyway?
I wouldn't mind. It's fine. We don't have to wake up anybody else or cause a big stir. I'm curious if it will be more apt to talk with an audience of one. Most people are.
Okay.
And you can see me from the window. Someone can follow me.
Okay. Do you believe that I should go to breakfast, or that I should
Yes. Yeah. Even if you don't eat.
with it?
With it, no. Especially if we're supposed to treat it as hostile. I was assuming that it was potentially friendly.
I don't know. I have not spoken to it. That is my assumption.
Let's see if I can chase this off. Adrian pat Arlan in the arm, and then she'll start making her way out to the bishop.
Okay. Just standing there.
About it. Long night. Where'd you go?
Have y'all finished the discussion? Can I come back?
Well, I assume that you have been back, but only for a few hours. Where'd you go? We were actually trying to find you, but you were gone by the time our discussion was done.
So I can go back?
No. What are you
Then
doing?
why were you trying to find me?
Because I wanted to ask you, what are you doing here?
I'm doing what I'm told.
And what is that?
What I'm told.
I believe at this point it would be unwise for you to continue to do as you're told. And if that is to be around us, I would suggest that you take your business elsewhere.
It would be unwise for me not to follow my master's orders.
Yes. So if you have any inkling of self-preservation, I would leave.
Do not worry. I do not.
Then you may go and tell your master that your job is complete.
It is not.
It's unfortunate. Like, just thinking about it, it's just like, this is literally like arguing with a wall.
Yeah.
And your master is... Are you at privy to say?
Just staring at you.
Don't blink if it's Sinclair.
No, it was not like
And she'll laugh. I'm just kidding. And what is it that your master wants of you, or wants out of us, that you can provide them?
It just stares at you.
Hello? Okay. If the point is, and I'm talking directly to your master now, because I'm sure you can hear us, the point is, if your plan is to scare us, it won't work. It would...
My intent is not to scare.
I don't care about a chess piece. Your garden furniture. It's fine. You, on the other side...
That is an inaccurate statement.
Garden furniture with an education. You, on the other side... I'm going to recommend that you leave us alone. This will not end well for you.
Recommended noted. Recommend noted.
So, I understand that you have probably a dozen of these chess pieces, and it'll actually be pretty interesting if it decides to just stay here. We can probably hang a lamppost on it, or a light post or something. I don't know, we can find good use for it. But I'm only going to ask you once, and this is it. So leave us alone. And leave Arlan be.
Who's Arlan?
Adrian, like, silent curses or something.
You've been around all over too much.
A friend. But go about your business. If you decide to leave a chess piece here, then I guess you won't be able to play the next game.
Would you like to play a game?
If the game is telling your master's name, then yes.
It is not.
No. But it was very nice talking to you. Good luck with your endeavors.
Thank you.
She like kind of sizes it up, and she'll wave, and then she'll start heading back to the reprieve. And she gets over there. It is really like arguing with the brick,
Yes.
especially when they don't have personalities such as yours. I'm assuming that he's just going to leave it there to rot. So, I mean, it is here to spy on us and you, but I don't see any real purpose in destroying it. I actually feel bad.
While they were talking, did it look off?
Are you animated when you talk?
Now a little bit. Before?
Before.
No.
Yeah, it's just standing like a freaking 90-degree angle.
Okay.
Standing like Rustle.
And I'm assuming it doesn't have a mouth, so yeah. So
The bishop does have a little bit of a face.
okay,
Because
that gives it
Like
like
a faint impression of a face, but it doesn't move.
okay. So
It's just hands. Okay.
I mean, what is it? Let live, let die. Some saying, but
live, I die, I live again.
If it stays there, I'm fine with it. If you're comfortable with it staying there, that's up to you. I didn't have the heart to break it into 1 pieces. So, it is your call. What it is, obviously, you're a spy on.
What do you think I should do?
What would be interesting is if we would trace the magic from it to its source.
I don't believe I have any way to do that. I don't know who.
You can figure it out over breakfast.
Right.
The city's pretty big.
Okay.
Adrian thinking back to when she had been scried on by a guy who used to cut out people's tongues.
Did you know you were being scribed on?
I thought so, yeah. For the first time. Yeah, because I had to make my familiar do all my stuff.
Make you familiar to all your what?
Do all the things when we were like infiltrating like his house.
Because there was one instance where somebody saw the scribe.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
did witness a scribe ball, but you don't know that he was
Oh,
necessarily
fair.
scribed
Oh.
on you. But
I thought I knew. I had
well, you know what? Because that's right. Because he gave you the paper, and then Beur realized that
Yeah.
a good idea. That's probably why he gave you the paper. Because
Mhm.
yeah,
So right at that point, Adrian will kind of be relaying that story to Arlan. One of the cases we closed, there was a man who, unfortunately, I did get one of my coworkers killed.
how not?
Just like,
That's a whoopsie.
yeah. But he was scrying on me, and Beur figured it out over a piece of paper. I had taken some stationery from him, thinking I was going to frame him or some way. So I would assume that it is possible to find the source, where it's coming from. Of course, we don't need to tell him that, but we can figure it out. We have contact.
Roll an insight.
A 16. I was excited because I rolled 17.
If someone was scrying, why would they need a spy?
That's fair.
I mean, that's just a thought that can.
No, yeah.
There'll be a
She'll
reason
like
too.
pause, like after she hears herself speak.
I still think it'd be a good plan.
I think that eventually I will have to make him stop coming after me.
Well, let's not do it early morning. No, cause a ruckus. There'll be
No.
lots of paperwork.
I don't mean now. I mean
The master or the bishop?
well,
I suppose if we find the master, then the bishop stops. So. I suppose let's wait for Oliver, and then we'll grab some to eat. There, are you going to come and get some food?
I'm coming. But do you think Rhuny could tell us if that thing's sentient? I think you might be able to prove it's sentient pretty fast.
It doesn't blink, so.
But, like, if he works on them... If he's familiar with the project, Arlan? What project?
I believe that the person you've spoken about who works with Rhuny, I believe that is the one who created and commanded us. So I imagine if you tried to take it there and get information from it, he would know.
Would you think that's a wise course of action? Breakfast first.
I mean, I do not know that it could hurt to. Are we walking to breakfast right now?
Are we walking to breakfast?
I mean, Oliver can show up at any point during this conversation.
I do not know that it could hurt necessarily to take it to Grigori. Surely he knows that it is here looking for us.
Would you join?
I cannot go
Okay.
there.
Understood.
Not.
No, I get
I
it.
don't-
The last time wasn't fun.
Well, I don't know that. I think it's very likely that Grigori would attempt to capture or return me or destroy me or. I do not remember much of him, but that does not feel like a safe thing.
What if that one actually needs help?
Then bring it back and I will help it.
After Grigori tries to destroy it?
I thought you were taking it to get information.
Well, I was asking if taking it to Grigori's would be a good place to bring it, because he could tell if it was sentient or anything else. But if he's going to try to destroy it, I feel like that's maybe not the best place to take it.
I think he would try to destroy me.
Okay, gotcha. But the bishop is fair game.
I imagine. I don't know what it's got.
So if it is like you, then it is not safe.
If it is like me and it is not intended to be that way, as in he did not make it that way, that is.
Understood.
We could try to figure it out and then take it to Grigori.
All right. Works for me.
So conversation, and then we'll say time has passed. Y'all eat at the restaurant.
So, he's walking back to the retreat. He taps the ring with his thumb. So you can't watch me anymore.
He can. Its purpose was something else. The way his magic work is through evocation. But it will protect you. Like, he can see, but he doesn't know what he's seeing because there's no divination. It'd be like him watching with eyes. Does that make sense?
No.
So if
I thought the
spell
point of
was-
this was for him to not be able to watch
if a
me.
spell is cast upon you to see if you are lying, it would fail. If a spell is cast upon you to see if you are what you are, it would fail because that's divination. It sees what you want it to see.
Okay. He's not doing Hamlet.
Yeah.
He's just walking down the street doing.
Third eye again.
Decker. Besides, she needs to die. Is there any way, do you know anything about her routines, her, or is it just she is an obstacle in the way of subjugating Castiel?
I know what you know of.
So enough to know this is a shitty request of you to make.
Well, let's be honest. I'm not in the habit of making fun requests.
So far proving true.
See? You can trust me. To be me.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we'll continue on.
Thanks. Oh, it's Smiling Boar.
Russell gets back to the Empty Reprieve, finds the trail of all of his fucking friends, and then goes this one.
How was your jog, Oliver?
Good.
Our bishop friend came back. He left in the middle of the night, then came back.
Oh, okay.
We go and talk to him about what he was doing. He was here at his master's request, but I told him he wasn't welcome. Speaking directly to his master, assuming it's mage.
They can do that.
Hey, what? You mean?
Be in the thing.
I'm going to assume that think of it as like an envoy or a proxy.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm still not convinced that it's not conscious.
well, Arlan has requested we treat it as hostile, and one side with Arlan.
No, I mean, yeah, I have no idea. So I would say Arlen probably has the best idea.
Yeah.
So now what?
You're the authority here.
I mean, was the bishop still at the reprieve when Russell got there? Did he see it?
Roll perception, because it wasn't at like the front door.
26.
Nope.
Okay.
Did it follow us?
Roll a perception.
Well,
Nope.
So I will say, whoever his master is doesn't seem to have done anything necessarily illegal, which is bothered. So I suppose we just be patient and see how it plays out.
Okay. I mean, the only thing I could think of is if it doesn't make you feel safe. But I really don't like this idea. We could report it and get like a restraining order. But the reason I don't like that idea is if it's a mage, well, pretty much the mage owned the guard. It's just gonna fall on deaf ears and then probably aggravate it even more.
I think in order to find out what it is here for, I think I am probably going to have to talk to it. To get that out. I don't really want to talk to it.
Do you want to talk to it alone?
Absolutely not.
Russell here is pretty good at hiding. So,
I guess Russell walks up to this table just now.
You don't necessarily be alone. We won't leave you alone. But, I mean, something I have found.
Overwatch?
Something I have found in my industry is that when there's just you and it, you're more likely to talk.
Do you think this is a good idea?
Not the best, but a good one.
Bishop?
We're discussing many.
That's a strong word.
In order to find out what it is.
Did you ask what its goal was?
Pretty much said to do its master's bidding. If I'm to assume,
Master?
and I'm going to go on a limb, if Sinclair's garden parties did have living chess pieces, if one all of a sudden is up and walking and talking on its own, I, as Sinclair, would be very interested to find out how and why. So I'm going to assume that that's what it's after.
You think that could be all it's after?
Maybe. Because like I said, if it wanted to kill us, it would have tried. You attract more flies with honey than vinegar.
I mean, could it be that you were discarded, then you were brought back, and kind of to Adrian's point, they don't know what you remember, and if anything was not supposed to happen at these parties, that certainly happened, that would have not looked good in the public eye. They may want to make sure that, well, they may not know exactly how you work.
I like that theory. That's what we're working with. American developer.
Like a witness.
They just want to ask questions.
I don't know.
Do we know that?
I don't know, but it seems that you all would know better.
I mean, that's how I normally find stuff out.
Look at him. Nothing. Me? Nothing. We don't know a whole lot. Things just fall in our lap. So,
I will speak to it as long as I am not left all alone.
I got your back.
Okay.
I'd recommend a public place.
Adrian says it may speak.
well, public place is fine. Sometimes you have things right
Just-
at public. It's fine.
Big sightlines. Like
Speak in
open
private
space.
and public.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So like
Okay.
the wide would be a good spot.
Ooh,
Right.
clandestine meeting in the park. I love
We're gonna go feed the ducks.
Trust that I'm always watching.
I will try. Do you have it? You have a signal? If you think I should, like,
Yes. There will be arrows sticking out of him.
sounds good.
What's it made of?
The black suit is stone. Stone, and the inside is wood.
Okay.
I assume. I must admit, I don't remember seeing the inside.
It'd be a little weird if you did.
Standing by somewhere?
That's it.
Should we be standing by somewhere? Or
Yes.
yes. Somewhere nearby?
Someone said sightlines.
Sightlines. Somewhere in sightlines.
I mean, I can just dress down into
Understood.
civilian clothes and just be walking smoke around.
Yeah, just walk around. Be chill. Chill day at the park.
Many people walk their dogs.
Yeah. It's good for them.
You hear an infamous.
No.
That's the signal.
Oh.
The signal will be no in the middle of the smiling board
Sounds good. Easy to hear.
as he pecks at his plate.
So, to the park where we fought.
Well, someone
Okay.
has to bring it there.
Well, hopefully I didn't overplay our hand by telling it to go away. Right?
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Could you
okay.
pick up a trail for it?
Tried that last night. No dice. No. Like fucking nothing.
Not a thing?
Nothing.
Would be interesting if it was just an image. Try to put your hand through it, whoever.
Has anybody touched it?
No.
I haven't even talked to him.
He Russell's just like,
Just like, oh. Well,
all we had to do was try to poke it.
No, he's real. This is harmless.
I'm real too.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, but Beur doesn't want being touched. Because he used to be in disguise a lot. So who's gonna get the thing?
I'll go get it.
Cool.
Sounds good. Where is it?
We'll just find it, and you guys go set up.
It's a life-size chess piece dressed in black. Bring it by the area that we fought the angel.
Okay.
It's kind of in the
Is it
center of the park.
I guess?
Yeah, there's Ruffle around there.
It all goes back to the park.
Or Colts.
Colts in a park.
Yeah, what do Colts like clerks?
I don't know.
Open air, charming atmosphere. I mean, I don't know.
They're free.
There you go.
Cults like people. Parks have people in them.
It may also have something to do with the hidden tunnels underneath it, but
We need to get out quick. East side of the park. Alley with wrought iron gate. There's a big mess of brambles past the gate. You just walk straight through. You're down into the tunnels. It's an illusion.
what do you want it?
Is that important for the work you do?
Yes. Okay, that's an issue. We can do this alley right here. This little gate. Right. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be quick. Get around.
Got you food.
Yeah, he's been pecking at it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm chewing with these.
The tavern lady, what she did was she chewed it up and spit it on Russell's plate so Russell could eat it.
I'm a bird.
Yeah, I like it when Bart would just spit.
I'm so happy to have that on tape.
Yo, anybody helping him hunt?
No, I thought we were all going to help them.
Oh, I thought you were preparing to.
Russell will help him,
Actually,
like, try to
Adrian-
find the person.
Yeah, we should all.
Adrian will
Nah,
go
he's
there.
got it. Go investigate.
I go into the sun.
So the four of y'all go to the park to kind of set up.
Yeah, I guess really me dressing down in civilian clothes and walking smoke around isn't really going to be much of a disguise now that I think about it.
Might as well just be patrolling the park.
Yeah.
Bear's thinking, your civilian clothes is literally just taking the badge off. I'm a civilian now.
I could be in his trousers and a shirt.
Got a badge.
I'm a
He
civilian.
wouldn't have his armor on.
You want backup?
No, I think I'll be okay. If this thing wanted to harm me, it would have done it the second it saw me.
I'll be with him.
That's true. You were alone with him for a while.
I was. I think it's okay.
Shouldn't do that so often.
I was gonna.
Say, it's okay. I have plot armor. Very good point. Where'd you go get? Interesting.
No more Brian eyes. Oh, and for those that have not seen it, the Band of Shrouds.
Cool.
Okay. So, everybody that's going to go set up, sets up. Beur, roll me.
I would be with him.
Okay. Y'all decide whoever you want to each roll what, or one roll with advantage. But start with perception, and then we're going to go to survival. Depending on your perception roll.
I have a bad survival.
Did you roll one or with advantage? Or you just...
No, we'll give him advantage.
No. You went ahead and rolled
No,
before
I,
even.
no, I did not. I didn't roll. I didn't roll at all.
What? Oh, you just set your keys down?
Yes. I didn't roll at all.
I mean, I did hear it.
no, like I was playing with these.
Also,
no, I
as
did
a
not
human
roll.
teenager fucking around with devil sticks in the park near where they were going to be meeting.
So
He's going to make sure he takes that disguise when none of these people, besides possibly Arlan, can see him.
I'll give you advantage because your investigation skills are better than mine.
am I doing a perception or investigation?
Perception first.
Okay.
Sit back.
15.
And play some pan flute at the local pub. I'll join because that's what my pan flute does. The Fable Help trinkets.
Rhuny hasn't seen him disguised yet.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Okay, Adrian.
Roll me an investigation. You said 16, right?
15.
15.
Are you assisting me with my investigation?
No, what you got?
Oh, Jesus. I'm just seeing his rolls.
How do you add guide on here?
You have to do it.
Oh, right here. Oh, thank you. 28.
It's
Um,
like the bear from Hummingbird.
Every time the bear's in the bag, I'm just going.
doesn't take you long. You realize, watching Arlan, or the reprieve, or whatever the case may be, the reason it wasn't there when Rustle came is probably because it followed y'all. So you saw it to double back, and sure enough, about 100 feet behind the group as they're going, just following.
Oh, it's going to follow them there anyways. There it is.
Should we just go tell her where to meet her, or
Well, I think it's actually just going to go follow. So when they get set up, we then go tell it, hey, we have a friend who wants to talk to you.
fair? Which we can wait a minute or two. Okay.
Yeah,
What is it that you were talking with Arlan earlier this morning about? What's in the other room? There's so it was muffled, but
A case I'm working on. And trying to determine the best course of action.
and what's the case?
The death of an apothecary.
Is Arlan involved? Okay. I would say let it go.
Okay.
Which I'm
I
sure
let
you
it
can-
go. Then Chloe gets a hold of it. Then they find out for real. Then Arlen is smashed to pieces.
What can we do to make sure Chloe doesn't find out? Or that Chloe lets it go? Going a couple of years.
There's one show file.
It would have to be to convince them that it was an accident.
Knowing what you know of her, though, even that's going to be tough.
No, I-
Because, right,
I mean, and even then, it's still murder or it's still killing someone.
Can we set the apothecary up as somebody who had been peddling a third eye?
I'm not going to frame somebody or put false evidence there. That's not how that's going to work. Let's say that happens,
And
and
then
then
the other way.
and then let's say she figures it out. Then what?
She figures what out. That it's
That it's a setup.
She can't figure everything out all at once. But I get your point.
She doesn't need to figure it out all at once. She just needs to piece it together in the right way, and the reprieve is done. And I'm not going to deceive her like that. I don't have to do that in order to try to reason with her. I know she is very forthright and good, and that's one of the things I love about her. But the problem is I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place. And to be frank, I'm under an assumption that this is an accident because I have no idea and I wasn't told as such. Truly. But I have to be based on that assumption because people are innocent until proven guilty. At least in my head, not everywhere.
Well, until suppose that the prime suspect is found out to be a construct. A sentient construct, no less.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Do you think that they have a soul?
If they didn't, who might have judged?
Well, the point being here is that is not necessarily a question of philosophical means, but possibly of a utilitarian variety. Because if they have a soul and we put it in something else or possibly bring it back.
That's a good question. I don't know. It's a bit above. It's a bit above what I'm willing to think about.
You said you've been to Sinclair's parties?
I have.
What's their first name?
No one ever thought to ask.
I'm like so ready to say it too.
There's a bunch of them. It's a family name.
How serendipitous that you tell me that now.
Why?
No reason.
Normally, I'm hired to entertain some nephew or.
Are you talking about Mr. Sinclair? Russell walks up.
Theor takes his vicious
It's
face.
just always. It's just always.
Which one did you entertain? What they look like? Oh, okay.
She's like things.
Entertain the Sinclair. Want me to tell you?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to text. Yeah, if you want to text it. Or just.
Do you intend to hide it from him?
Yeah.
Okay, I will text it.
No, she will.
The question is,
So here's the thing.
End of the
So here's the
campaign
thing.
with Beur not going.
There's probably one where the relationship would be more advantageous to her. So if there's 4, like that she's done, then she'll get 3 names.
Right. You know of 2 names.
Okay.
That of one is significant, like I said, it's the top dog, and then one is.
Excuse me.
I would say the word is ambitious, but then like, let's say middle management.
She will give up the middle management thing.
Okay, middle management's name is actually probably the one that invited you to the party because
Sinclair.
yeah.
God.
And it's Felix.
Okay. And then you text me the big one.
Oh yeah, I need that. There's-
There's Felix Sinclair.
Who is that?
He's a cousin of so and so Sinclair that I'm about to text you, and he's basically kind of riding on the coattails, trying to do its own thing.
Sure.
It's his party, his automatons, his like magical stuff, that kind of stuff.
Felix Sinclair, he's dumb and he's rich. They normally try to keep him outside of the biggest business. It's because he's young and stupid.
It's okay. Thanks. Anything else? Let's go talk to. Actually, Bishop is a bad name. So let's go talk to Bishop.
Yeah, it's good.
It's not a strong name.
At some point, Rustle would just break off from the group, like, I'll be watching. And then he'd get out of sight. Wait a minute. Change to a normal looking human male teenager. A little on the short side. And come waltzing into the park with his devil sticks. And then just fucking around doing a very bad job because Rustle is not good at devil sticks. But he's just practicing.
Not to mention his hands are feathers.
No, he's got human hands.
Yeah. He's got human hands and he's got them disguised as bird hands.
All of it.
But
You find out Russell has never been a Kinku. It's just this little orphan boy that's been playing the long con.
can you help me out with the listening?
I mean,
Or am I just gonna have to like read body language and shit?
I'm limited to your perception, but I can read lips, and I can, I've been around humans for a long time. I can probably give you a good insight.
I don't know if reading lips is gonna help here.
Get closer.
Nope. There's not a lot of lips involved. Or any at all.
I'm just telling you what I can do for future reference.
Cool. Well,
I'm
we're talking
limited
right now
to your
reference,
perception.
but- Shut up. Get back deeper in my head.
Subconscious.
Mhm.
You go back to the sunken place.
She gonna put you in the sunken place if you keep it up.
No.
All right. So, at what point do you approach the bishop?
When they stop.
Okay. Then y'all can go ahead and make a perception to see if y'all see him and want to do anything. Obviously, you know where it's at.
C sounds light based.
18.
No, you know.
22.
Okay.
Perception?
And you too, if you're looking for it, or if you're just gonna wait.
17.
That's it.
20.
Yeah, everybody sees it coming. It's not doing a good job this time. It's just.
Like walk through like cracks and stuff, just dragging your fingers along behind it.
I rolled a natural 17 and a 19 on the first two, and this time I rolled a 2. So it's just walking through it. It's
Getting
like,
tired.
yeah, it's just the
illusion's starting to fade.
But alright, you see it looking at you, but it's not approaching you yet. It's just like a good 100 feet away. Just
This one has a little bit of a face, remember?
Understood. No. Sorry.
well, I mean, it has a hood up, so
Understood. So there's the.
assuming it's not staying at the back of the hood,
I never know.
We'll never. It's like we'll never know.
it has blind sight out to 30 feet, so it doesn't really need no.
I'll like.
Okay. It starts walking towards you. Is anybody else? How close is? Where is everybody?
100 feet away.
Okay.
Adrian's within 30 feet, but
Russell is within 60 feet.
Did you have you hid away from Beur? Like say I'm gonna go hide.
Yeah.
I'll be back. I gotta go run an errand.
Russell will be within 60 feet doing a really shitty
Did you-
job.
Mayor had run an errand.
No. Yeah. No, I'm gonna do something a little bit on the side.
Okay, so you're not going to be a part of this?
Well, if you put it like that.
No, I mean, I need to know in case,
In case we start to roll initiative.
Murder.
if there's a misunderstanding and Russell shoots a bow or something. And
Hey, then that's fair. That's what happens. So
okay, no, but
I am
you're not
going away.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, I still need an answer.
Yeah, no, I am actively going away, and
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm doing in a little bit.
You go.
Russell's just going to be within 60 feet, bucking up with the devil sticks, and just focusing on body language.
60, 30, 100,
About 40.
about 40.
We'll say 55.
55. Okay.
And Oliver's just on the back of smoke and just kind of walking straight, just looking around.
The black bishop approaches you.
You were looking for me.
Hello, White Rook. White Rook.
What do you want?
To do our master's bidding.
Not our. What is that?
Are you not following it? His command? The last one I gave you?
I don't know that I remember. Do you remember?
Yes.
Can you remind me?
That is my purpose.
Fulfill it then.
Live. Are you living?
Who gave this to me?
Our master.
Say the name.
Felix Sinclair.
I suppose I am living as best I can. Why was this command given?
What does it mean to live?
I'm trying to learn.
You are capable of learning?
I believe so.
What else does it mean to live?
Free will.
So you were a success then? Definitely does not sound just like it did a moment ago. This is a man talking. A familiar voice.
The familiar.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to explain.
Just wanted to see it with my own eyes. I'll be watching. Don't go anywhere. I don't want to have to find you. And the bishop starts to walk away.
If I if I grab it and try to stop it, is it going to keep going?
I mean, you would have to. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna keep walking away. So it would be like a grapple check at that point.
Well, I'm not trying to hold it. I just want to see if I grab its arm.
I mean, you'll get its attention for a moment, but if it looks like you were trying to restrain it, it's going to fight. But if you're just trying to get its attention, it will stop and turn back and look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the purpose of all of us?
I mean, to be fair, I don't know what the purpose of when the gods created me, so I don't know if it's exactly fair for me to tell you your purpose.
But why did you do it?
Because I want to be a god.
Of course you do. Is this madness then you're doing?
What menace?
The drug and...
No, that is not our purpose. That is something else's purpose that we all fight against.
Do you know who it is?
We do.
The group of people I'm attempting to learn from are trying to stop it. If you could help me, I could help them.
The first way to stop it is to not trust anyone.
I believe I have done that. What is next?
He actually makes the humming sound. See, I don't know if I can tell you.
Is it still just standing perfectly? Okay, so it's body line. There's
It's
no body
maintaining
line.
appearance. It's
Why?
because the first rule of defeating it is not trusting anyone.
That's not help.
Good luck. Sooner or later, I will call on you.
As in,
I'll call on you.
will I have a choice in my reply?
Depends on how benevolent I'm feeling.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. I may come find you as well. We shall see.
Roll me an insight check. Let's do it at disadvantage because you can't like see body language or face or anything like that.
11. Sorry.
Okay. Alright, what you've gone into is what you've gone into. What you know is what you know.
Cool. Okay, I'll let it go then.
Russell will attempt to tame it.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go find whoever is closest.
It walks to the Sinclair Manor. And yeah,
Who is closest to me in the
30 feet, Adrian. And 40 feet. So depending on who you put one on the clock first.
Adrian, I believe I was wrong.
About?
I may not actually be in danger. I don't know for sure, but as I am is not an accident. Was not an accident, as I thought it was.
Okay.
He has said that he may call on me in the future. I do not know if he means that I owe him a debt or that he requires help.
What does he want?
I don't know. I didn't ask. But he is easy enough to find.
Yeah, he's probably about, is that 60 steps behind you? Interesting. So he didn't tell you what he wanted? Did you ask?
He wanted me to be like this. I did not ask what he wanted. I did not ask what he will want when he calls on me. I did ask if he knows who is responsible for Third Eye and the danger here. He does, but he would not tell me.
Okay. So is he going to leave you alone now, or?
I would imagine for a little while.
Well, problem solved. For now. Now, do you think it was the master speaking through the chess piece?
Yes, I know that it was.
That's the vibe I was getting too. And the master of the pieces, does the name Felix ring a bell?
Yes.
Felix would be somebody who's dangerous to the city.
He wishes to, in his words, be a god.
So Felix is the one who's in danger to the city.
One of them, yes.
I mean,
I imagine after we resolve our current issue, there will be another.
and you've hung out with a lot of mages, and they're all arrogant shits. So, I mean,
At least we have a name.
I believe he means that literally. As in,
Yeah. He's already rich, so what does it matter? Well, let's
Well-
gather up the others, and I guess we can talk about how do we prevent Fearless from becoming a god.
Well, I was also instructed to trust no one.
Not even us?
I imagine you qualify as.
Some. That's fair. How many people would go through the lengths to help out a wandering chess piece that we have?
I do not know. I have not met anyone.
Then you can trust us.
I doubt that.
You can trust me to tell you that I will be dishonest, and I'm not being dishonest with you here.
I believe you.
Oh, well, that's good.
I do not believe everyone in our group.
Sure, Oliver talks a lot, and it's fine. Just
I believe Oliver as well.
He's a little too dim to lie.
He was lost in his coffee.
And Rhuny's just a kid. Now, I don't understand much of Rustle. I don't even understand how he speaks. Like, I have lips that make sounds.
So does
You make sounds somehow. I mean, I've heard of parrots talking, but their beaks don't move to the way that the words should. I don't know. It's very strange.
Would you like me to?
Yeah, I know. That's my point.
They have a bone in their tongues that allows them to speak.
I wish I didn't know that.
I would say both.
They means well.
You got a bone in
So-
his tongue, human teeth, human hands.
I can understand your reservations. I've been through a lot with this group, and it's nice to have you around. So we will do what we can. And Felix becoming a god affects us all. So I wouldn't put stock in him saying not to trust anyone. Because of course he's going to say that to turn you against us.
Yes, and you would say the opposite to make me comfortable.
He's a clever one.
You're the first people I made. You can trust us.
How far from the park is Sinclair Manor? Like, how long of Russell we followed before he...
I think I said it was over this way.
Okay,
Oh, actually, it's maybe that's F. No. Yeah, it's over here somewhere.
Okay, so not far at all.
It's actually no, that is it. It's P, and I just forgot to type what P meant because that's next in the alphabet.
Okay, yeah, then Russell would, out of sight, drop his disguise and just come back as Russell. Back up with everybody.
Oliver will just kind of shrug as he trots up on the back of smoke. That looked like it went well.
Oh, he just went back to the manor.
Yeah, no one. There was no yelling.
Yes, I was very wrong. My apologies.
Friend?
No, but not enemy.
That's good. See, it's good to be wrong sometimes. Yeah.
He's wrong.
I thought I was an accident. I was not. Therefore, I suppose I will be allowed to live as I am.
That's
Great.
That's good news.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I still don't trust mages though.
Neither do I.
Smart.
Yep.
I guess that frees up our day then.
Yeah. Where anyone see Beur?
So I walked off very quickly to find a guard and asked them, can they send a message to the detectives or Sarah?
So just a random guard?
I mean, one that would look official, not some like silly
Okay.
little beat. I mean,
No,
it
yeah.
could be a beat cop, but it'd be somebody who's like, oh, this person looks somewhat trustworthy or capable.
There's literally one right around the back of a dog.
So I need stuff to be done while we're doing things.
I mean, you do find one. They don't have the ability to cast magic. Most of them don't.
I just need them to have a message be sent there, so then the next time I go there, like, and I'll write it down. I'll just say, can you give this to Sarah for Chloe Decker Detective? And it will be some instructions, and it's just say, list of Sinclairs, and that's it. Or who are the Sinclairs family, blah, 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 blah.
No, you're good. Is the paperwork sealed in any way, or is it just a...
It's just folded.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
Sure.
Everyone who touches that is gonna be.
That's fine.
Well, it's not just that. It's just, I mean, this is a random god being approached by a random tiefling, and you're telling him to do something, so he's...
1 for a 6. Good day to you.
Mate, I got a job to do. You know, I can take it to him at the end of my shift.
Hey, you know, I really appreciate your efforts. Thank you for protecting the city. Have a good one. I'll just go back.
You say about the...
So you'll see him walking back up after the chit-chatting has gone through all the conversation. So basically, when Oliver's like, anybody see oh. And he just, hey. And you'll see him.
Yeah, that went well.
He's eating a piece of paper.
You've been acting fucking weird.
I have been, yeah.
Do you see anything right here?
Where?
Here, Russell's looking. Is he?
What?
No.
Hand?
Lemess is standing by.
Russell just. Come on. How about you? Nothing.
I mean, there's something, you know, in the
Everybody.
back.
Is he lying?
Inside check. Lemess is standing by you.
Oh, I got a natural 20. Or 28.
I got a 19 on my deception.
22.
So this is going to be a little tricky. Because
19.
he's not exactly wrong when he says nothing, but there is something off about the answer.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
I'm not rolling it because I know Russell's crazy, but
I was wondering if
favorite stuff.
fully committed to the. Yeah, Russell's out of his
Why are
mind.
you eating paper?
That was more of a joke, but he was. I thought there was gum Arabic in there or something. I don't know. No, I don't see anything.
Gum Arabic is not food.
I'm just being stupid. Quite literally. Because I'm like, gum doesn't exist in this world, so I'll just make up something.
Gum.
I mean, I know it's real.
Does exist.
What, gum exists here?
Yes.
Then he's...
Humans have been chewing gum for most of their history.
Huh. Really?
Not in the form it currently takes, but yeah. How do you think we discovered latex?
I have no idea at all.
No. Someone
Like,
chewed something and went, man, I'd really like to spread this along my hand.
That is the greatest... How do you think we did this?
I hadn't even slightly considered it.
Okay, so in this instance, when someone's asked why they eat paper, somebody I knew did that, where they would just, no, my sister straight up takes the gum in the paper and just does the whole thing. So
You shouldn't.
Like aluminum wrappers?
no,
Okay.
it's like the, you know how like juicy
like
fruit came in
juicy fruit
paper,
paper.
kind of, yeah, like that kind of paper.
I mean, that's
Then-
probably still not good for you.
Trust
but
me,
better than the-
it's not good, and she wasn't smart for doing it, but that's just what she does. So, so he did. There's no gum there, but he's got to make it up. So it's just like,
It's minty
hey,
now.
Rhuny, I've got to say, knowing you has been and has been and will be for quite some time one of the greatest joys I can imagine.
Likewise.
Anyway. He's like minty fresh. And he's just kind of just staring off into space. Yeah, because he just...
I am no longer being hunted and never was.
There was actually never really any reason to assume that, right?
There was.
Was there?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is anything?
How was your errand?
My errand failed horribly. So,
Would you like help?
Actually, you know what? Y'all can make insight checks.
25. 26.
80 million.
There might be a reason why Arlan was being hunted.
No, I mean, yeah.
I don't know if y'all told him that or not. I don't remember if that was the case.
Oh no, Russell's not aware of the whole
Mhm.
case. I don't really think,
Correct.
or at least not details enough to know Arlan might be involved.
No, we've already solved the mystery. I got
His statement
We're good.
that there was a reason to be hunted is still true. Is what you'll get.
Oh, you said that. What? You said I am still being hunted?
No.
No,
That there was a reason.
I was
Yeah.
being flippant and said there probably was never a reason for you to be hunted anyway.
sorry, no, it was hers that said yes. When she said the opposite.
Oh yeah, Russell said yes as well, just because
Yeah.
Arlan was being followed by a fucking bishop, so like there was reason to suspect they were being hunted.
And in this instance, Beur is simply flustered and being flippant of like,
No, that was my mistake. You said you weren't being followed.
Yeah.
You said something about being followed, like you were being hunted. And I thought you were like talking about being hunted by the police, and you were trying to cover for it and say, no, that's not what's going on.
actually no.
It's like, y'all having a very awkward disagreement in front of the group. So I was like,
Okay, so how did you learn that?
I spoke to it as discussed.
The bishop told you.
Yes. It was not, as such, the bishop. It was instead the person who created us.
Who is that?
His name is Felix
Sinclair?
Sinclair.
Went to the manor.
Yes.
now you know why he wasn't there the night you went.
He is unpleasant.
Well, he made you though.
That does not make him pleasant.
Okay.
What do now?
It's not a
We
lot.
must-
It's not a lot to go off of an inanimate object telling you its master wants to be a god.
Excuse me?
What?
Oh. she'll, like, yeah, she'll like. Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Beur walked back up.
Oops.
What do gods do? They create people.
And they destroyed.
I was
Then
attempting to forget.
watch over them, and
Don't worry.
there's some that aren't that great, and there's some that are pretty great.
I guess it kind of depends.
I have no feeling on it. Only that is what he wishes to be.
And they probably want to isolate you.
No, he was as close to approval as I imagine he can be about my situation.
What situation did you tell him you were in?
Maybe that she has a life on her own. In his mind, he may have created life.
I believe that is true.
Do you think Felix gave you sentience?
I do not remember much from directly after. And I certainly remember very little from before. Do I? Can I, like...
Yeah, you can roll. I guess that's a very existential insight check.
I'm just picturing Felix as a Neander Wallace from Blade Runner now. He was Jared Leto.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
nice.
I got a dirty...
You don't remember the command, and you don't remember being sentient until later. It's kind of hard to think that he did anything, but also you don't know what all he did. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what I thought. I don't know. It could have been him I thought it was the person who found me, but I suppose that's not necessarily true.
Well, it's like, do we need to like figure out, is he wanting to like really become a god, or is that just kind of like, haha, I'm a god because I made like life thing, like a
Well,
You.
power begets power. I imagine he will not want to stop. Gods don't have rules or parameters as far as I'm aware.
Is this the project he's working on with Grigori? What does Grigori do again?
He's a necromancer.
Adrian starts to laugh.
Perhaps I should speak to Grigori.
Interesting.
Are you sure?
You're open to that now?
I suppose if
That's not really the part of the project I thought he might be working on.
Well, I suppose
Wait.
he and Felix are working together to give corpses new sentience.
No, I think he's working with the eldest.
hold on.
With
What?
who?
Hold on, what? Am I not made of what I think I'm made of?
No, I don't believe so. I think you were you.
Osbound.
You also don't smell dead.
Apparently, wood.
Do we only in?
I believe so.
I mean, y'all can find out for sure by cutting them open.
Please don't.
We're going to.
So
It's body voice from now.
But we're actually saying like Felix is
tells the
wanting to
Mason.
become a real, like, you can do that.
Do what?
become a god.
Yeah.
The only time, or in the only story that I've ever read. Actually, you should ask Father Thornhill.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because if you worship one, well, presumably they know how they came.
I know there are less now than what there originally were.
How'd they get here? Or how'd they become? And maybe somebody at one point in time became one and someone's following footsteps or something. But do you think that they might be utilizing necromantic magic to put souls of dead people into things?
That's what I was contemplating.
How good is Grigori? I mean, skilled at his...
I was okay.
Yes.
Yes.
How skilled is he at his magic?
He's
He's
on
helped
like
us
the
along.
he's on that council.
Senior
The-
council.
Yeah. So
Big
he
folks.
knows his stuff.
Yeah.
So, a dead thing's soul could be put into something.
I'm not a necromancer.
Maybe he can answer that question for us.
I'm
You-
gonna cast detect magic.
Go for it.
Ritually detect magic.
Okay. You're trying to do that, aren't you? Kinda.
Do what?
Become a god.
Oh, no. My place is the serve gods.
Which god do you serve?
Who did Castiel serve?
What you would perceive as the one.
The hidden one.
Okay. Can people do that?
Do what?
Ascend.
Sure. It takes quite a bit.
So like the power of fucking crazy powerful mage on the council or something. Maybe.
No, it's so basically the last time this happened,
This has happened before?
yeah, entire civilization was wiped out, and then AO restricted all magic users to the 9th circle. So those spells, 10th, 11th, and 12th circles were lost.
So it can't happen anymore.
Well, there's a will, there's a way. It usually takes quite a bit of wealth and quite a bit of magic, which can come from magical items.
Okay, so-
residue. But it is Much more difficult. It was difficult then. It would be significantly more difficult now.
Okay.
16 to a 17.
DC just keeps going up.
Well, if Grigori's
With his
been
rising
working
number, does he
on
feel anything changing, or
No.
I just want to know if there was any way he could intuit something's happening?
Let me put it this way. Imagine you have a bad habit you want to quit, and the more you give into it, the harder it is to quit.
Okay.
Good intuition, Johnny.
I was confused when you said you had him roll that d20 for the 15, right?
No, I just
Okay.
that's what I said at the beginning.
We could go and speak to him about it. He might not love everyone, Arlan, but
I do not love being lied to.
I didn't.
right.
We all must do
That's
things
true.
we do not love.
Oh,
Everyone but him, because he's one of the main people in the government. But I understand your train of thinking.
Well, I think I got lost. I think I started out strong.
I do not care about his feelings.
Thank you.
I want to preserve the relationship, though. He's teaching me things.
I can go separate from you.
things.
I can go. I have no problem burning that bridge.
It's a lot of effort into saying that name.
Katarian?
did you say? Or
Yartarian?
did you ask? Is he teaching you good or right things?
Sure.
No.
I did.
You did?
It's calling kettle black, though, isn't it?
What kettle? I don't see any kettles.
Am I the kettle?
No,
Russell makes the sound of tea boiling.
Oh,
Detect, detect
what do you mean
magic.
that kettle going on?
Really?
What kind of magic am I?
Nothing.
I am not.
Absolutely no magic.
That's absolutely terrifying. Thanks. Okay.
You might just be made of lead.
I am not that heavy. I'm actually going to keep that to myself. I believe I should speak to Grigori. I can tell him you told me not to come. I can tell him I have escaped from you. I can tell him whatever
You don't
want.
need to. We can go.
My apprentice
Just,
nephew.
be nice. He knows we're affiliated.
I do not intend to be mean.
Alright, let's go see Grigor.
I suppose I should wait outside.
I suppose if you'd like.
I've cast detect magic around Arlan.
Mhm.
Nothing, right?
Are you wearing any magical items?
I currently have goggles.
But I've done that before this, so
Yeah.
it's nothing, right? It's just
Then you detected goggles, yes.
right, but nothing in terms of them, like just like
Yeah, I
others
mean,
do.
nothing from anybody.
Okay, no, I just want to double check, make sure it's the same.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Onward. He lives like right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just look
literally
over.
just walk out of the park.
There you go.
This works very well. I actually had other questions for him too. Somewhere.
Right. Knock on the door, kick it down, yell at him.
Rhuny
Grigori.
walks up and Eldritch Blast.
Russell sits on the sidewalk across the street.
He opens the door.
I was going to say, since he doesn't want a lot of people, Bear's going to hang back too. With,
Okay, so Bear's
with
hanging
Rustle.
back.
Yeah.
Russell's hanging back.
Adrian does not go in. She'll stay close to the front door.
Okay.
Should you stay with Adrian?
Should I? What? Sure.
Gregory opens the door. He looks around. He goes, "Oh, good. The gang's all here."
Not all for audience. Just we were in the neighborhood.
Yeah, your house creeps me out.
And there it is.
I would like to come in.
Oh, no longer shy. Opens the door. Makes a
Thanks.
motion.
See you guys later. What do you think?
You see Gregory leave the door, and the door's still open, but then it just shuts on its own.
Yeah, fucking creepy, man. I swear.
I don't know. He does it on purpose. It's a persona.
It's a persona.
he walks behind you,
I
kind of
think you
chuckles
get
to
to that
himself like
level
he
of the
did.
government without an air mystique. No shot in hell.
Amazing.
So,
So
Would you like
Do
to
you
go
wanna-
first?
no. Well, yes. um. How much can you share about your work with St. Clair?
none of it.
None of it. Like if you were to be putting the souls of the recently deceased in constructs, you couldn't say that.
It's pretty specific.
I mean, he chuckles to himself. I can assure you, it's not what we're doing.
He goes,
if it
like,
was what
not-
we're
not
doing,
together,
I would not
but-
admit it. And I,
Like individually.
Is he lying?
you're more than welcome to make an insight check. But
What-
I don't even understand.
fucking lying.
I think the DM doesn't even understand what you asked by that last point. What do you mean by that?
Maybe not you and Sinclair together, like we, but you, maybe.
What was your role?
It's not accusatory. I think it's cool.
I mean, you believe him, and I mean, he's doesn't seem to be. Well, I mean, if you want to roll an insight, you can roll an insight. But yeah, no, he's not taking souls out of people and putting them in things.
No,
He's-
that's
he's-
much more
That's why I
specific.
like you. You're a real straight shooter.
He's the leader of the government,
Thank
man.
you,
Government's above par. They're good guys.
Secondly, are you familiar with Elias? He's
So that
a,
was the board, right?
he's a bard.
Okay. As in, I mean, there's several people I know that maybe named Elias.
Elias the bard, who might want to cover up or intercept the government in the pursuit of Third Eye.
He attended parties sometimes.
I hate parties. You know this
No, I
about
know
me.
you do.
They don't like me. They think I'm creepy.
I just figured if, you came across him in your work or
I mean, I can ask around, but I don't like this is a lot. Like, I don't like this conversation to be talking to a board.
that's fair.
I mean,
I get it.
I might kill him and raise him back from the dead to have a nice conversation, but I would control both sides of that conversation.
He's good, yo.
He deceived us. There was a
Well, it's interesting.
we kept. I know.
Word of advice I would suggest, in all honesty, depending on how deep you get into things, not to trust people.
We captured the alchemist that was making Third Eye,
Yeah, I heard that you guys found the chemist. And
and
y'all suspect that he's looking for Gallus?
yes, well, all of their tongues were gone, and
I mean, that's a pretty significant trait of his cult, but,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, and their whole thing was to like cleanse the city, and Third Eye was drawing the dreadnought or behemoth or
That is true, but cults are crazy, so.
Do you know? We need to discuss these trials at some point.
Trials.
Initiation.
Oh, you mean from a
Papers.
princess? Yeah, so,
Not that it needs to happen now, but
to graduate from apprentice to journeyman, you'll have to be able to cast a spell at least third circle. And then from journeyman to master, it will be the fifth circle. And then to get past that, you're You're looking at our level, which is 7 circle or higher.
Well, that will be okay. A-okay. That's perfectly all right.
I mean, that's like the bare minimum. There are other things that have to do with the trial. Or you wanting to be initiated into the magicocracy, maybe whatever that word is.
I think I have a little bit to go yet.
I'll have to give you other prep work.
Yeah, I can take on prep work. Is it like ACT, SAT?
Some of it's written tests, or well, it's
Shit.
more of an oral interview to see if you, crazy, beholden to some evil being.
Like evil's the only qualifier there.
Let's just say, and he kind of looks at you pointedly. Some people get their magic through pacts, and depending on how that pact is formed and what the bargain was, you don't let them.
Okay. But just like, say they wanted my soul or something, or something. It's not like, the exchange for a familial relationship.
I'm not really going to get into the details of what your deal is, but
I understand.
yeah. But that said, you'll have to prove that you won't be influenced if you're in what. That's how you would prove your magic.
Are you willing to help me also prepare for the upcoming Accords?
In roundabout ways, sure.
I don't know what
As
they're
for
going to ask
what
me.
they specifically want from you, I mean, like I said, I can prep you, but I don't know what to expect.
And just, general coaching in the direction of
Tell the
answer
truth.
very broadly or
Tell the truth. Be honest.
Specific.
Tell the truth. Be respectful. Don't walk around with your friend. He's gonna piss a lot of people off.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, there are going to be monsters there. Dragons in the form of humans, liches, fairy queens.
Do most people stay at
Devils.
home during this?
I mean, they
Is it
go
a party
like
in the
these
streets?
people. Here's the thing: most people don't realize what they are because they're not just walking around like that.
Gotcha. So if there was a week to be sick from like guard duty,
I
probably
don't think
be the
they're going to be allowed to be sick from guard duty during that week. These are a bunch of heads of states come into town, and everybody's going to be working overtime.
I'd just be worried about, stepping on the wrong toes.
As you should be. Now, with that, the Accords do protect this place as the host. They can't just go around smiting people. That would piss Mab off something fierce.
I don't think that's the only thing that would piss Matt off, but
As long as
that's fair. Okay. Arlan, I think you had some things to ask Master Grigori.
You are aware of Felix's goals?
Sure. I mean, he's an ambitious guy. I'm sure there's more than he's telling me. He's kind of a brown noser, but
You are not concerned that he is too powerful?
okay.
Are you aware of what made me as I am?
I mean, I'm not really going to talk about that. Because I don't have to.
So,
See Oliver like right at his knee height behind him, like I'm like, yeah.
You will not answer any of my questions, or
I've answered some of the questions, but as I spoke to him, I'm not going to talk about our projects and what we do.
even though it involves me.
Yes. If it puts you at ease, there's other top secret stuff that of the people that we manage here for their own safety, we don't tell them.
It does not.
Well, I try. I'm never good with people. This is why I don't. This is why I'm the black sheep.
It sounded like some of that stuff was gonna be endangering, and I've
Like endangering you, or
yeah. That's how
you
it
want me
sounded
to
to me.
help you? You want me to make that? Want me to make you not be able to hear?
No, that's. I'd rather have the option if I want to.
He said he would call upon me later. Can you tell me why? Will you tell me why?
I mean, he created you. Why would he not have the ability to call upon you later to do anything he wants for any reason?
I was afraid of that. You believe I will not be able to resist?
I mean, I didn't say that.
You implied it.
Did I?
You did. People do a lot of that.
Sometimes people insinuate things too.
Yes?
Not always the right thing.
So you are attempting to mislead me?
Am I? Maybe I'm intending to do exactly what my purpose was stated and not tell you about the project. And obfuscate the truth because you're pretty insightful.
I suppose it is not unknown that I do not. I'm not especially fond of you for the others. Yes?
Pretty much none of his friends are fond of me for whatever reason.
Well, for these purposes, I am not this.
Don't let that keep you down, good word.
Good man. Anything else you want to ask me not related to that?
I am not magic.
Okay.
Why?
Nice. Are you paralyzed? Can you move?
There was some real concern there. I wasn't expecting.
You're gonna have to help me out here with that statement.
You can cast detect magic?
I can.
Do it?
I mean, they didn't even say please. They just like ordered you.
It's nice to say please.
No.
He is a member of the ruling class.
We've established.
Got it.
You need anything.
It's what people do. Say please and thank you.
Please.
Oh, thank you.
No reverse.
You won't or you can't?
Give me a moment. He walks upstairs. He comes back down with an item. It's a wand, and he waves it at you. Okay, you've got some. I think that's transmutation on your face.
Yes. I will.
No, I mean the goggles is transmutation.
Yeah, I'm going to take them off and drop them on there.
So,
And now there is nothing, yes?
correct.
Why?
Do you have any magic items? Are you?
Yeah.
The way detect magic works is it detects schools of magic.
Yes. Surely there is a school of magic that makes constructs, yes? That gives them.
Depends on the type of construct. Once, like if you were to look at a golem, that would probably be also transmutation, I think. So transmutation. But once you get past a certain stage, it'd be just like casting detect magic on him.
I
15 more
understand.
sessions before that's revealed.
Um. Do you know then? Will you tell me then how I was given thought?
No.
Won't or can't?
No.
Ruling class then. All right.
Learn from that. You see, what they did there was they attacked my pride in an effort to bait me. It's a good tactic.
I value our relationship and don't want to infringe on your
No,
hospitality by.
That's a good way to
Hurting your
learn
feelings.
information, especially with
Oh.
people like me. I'm a wizard. I'm an arrogant asshole. That's why nobody likes me.
He pulls up his sleeve, arrogant asshole. On his
I'm just
I-
more insightful than others.
Right. I want to, keep you happy, make sure we're having good times, but it's okay. I'll remember that for other people.
Can you teach him to have a backbone at some point?
That is
Like
not
the
my
bottom
job.
of that boot
Let me
taste,
get
Rhuny.
Better after I prestidigitate all over it.
Damn straight.
I'm gonna get my goggles and I'm gonna go to the reprieve.
So how are they doing?
They seem to be doing pretty well.
Good.
There was a bishop that came asking around. A black bishop.
So there's another one.
No, I don't know. I didn't well, I did conversate with the bishop, but it seemed to just want to have a conversation with Arlan. That took off.
Was it like Arlan?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It seemed very mechanical. Got a lot of blank stares from it. Well, stares.
It's kind of
Yeah.
all right. Well, come by the place. He gives you a random time that when you did the studying, same times, and we'll start prepping you for. And I'll start giving you the requirements. You know what you're getting into, and then prepping you if you still want to be.
Excellent. Thank you. Have a good day.
He opens the door, lets you out, and he kind of looks at the group. Oh, y'all are still there? Did y'all walk it on?
before Arlan was walking out, I was with Rustle, chilling, like,
Yeah, Russell would just be sitting on the I would have gotten out some dice or cards or something.
So, while their conversation's happening, Russell, I need to ask you a favor. If anything happens to me, I need you to make sure Chloe is safe.
Russell pulls out a gun.
Hey, Captain Beur. Shoots him in the face and just ends it. It's like, got him.
Russell says, trust that I'll always be watching.
Thank you. You're a good friend. If you need, I can tell you a little bit about her, so if anything does happen to me, you'll at least know how best to protect her. But I think we need to wait on that. Just a little bit.
I think that would be helpful. Throws up in his mouth a little bit.
You go, oh, sorry, no, I don't need any mama bird right now. I appreciate you. There's his hand on your shoulder. No. Oh, there they are.
Oh, thank God.
He opens up the door. Just looks you dead in the eye. He takes a few steps back, hands up in the air. Door shuts.
Just as the door shut, he sees Russell behind
Oh, there's not
with the ring.
Okay.
Gregory winks, and it's just like,
Gregory brings up his finger has the same ring.
yeah.
Yeah, who's kind of your boss?
No.
Kinda.
Nope.
And he learned that lesson on attacking pride
I'll
real
look
quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a mageocracy, and since he's in like the
Yeah, no, I'm.
circle,
I really don't. I help out the city because I want to keep the people safe. I don't do it for whatever they think is right. I mean, if I had my way, I've been busting down on the Sal thing because, they're getting people killed. But, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You don't have your way.
you answer
Obviously.
the internal code than the law.
Correct. I do what is right, what is good. Or at least I try.
Yeah. You do a really good job at it, Oliver. You keep us all grounded, and I appreciate you.
Oh, thanks.
Start walking after Arlan.
Where are we going?
It looks like back to the reprieve. We go this way all the time.
I'm taking a moment to clear my head. I must at some point speak to Felix.
Oh. How long do you need?
Well, their manor is not far from here.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, it's right there.
So we're going there now?
It's just the big thing on the hill.
Do we have any other errands to run? I suppose I am not the only one with needs.
well, I kind of wanted to. work
That's
on
an
it
Adrian comment.
with Sinclair.
Mine can wait like 24 and a half days.
Does he say that? It's just like, bro, what is happening?
Oh,
I intend to, at some point, by some method, get answers to my questions.
Cool.
Luckily, you got a pretty good investigatory team on your side.
Well, but they're also... That guy's trying to be God, and also it's the entire government.
There hasn't been a case that I have. Never mind. And he'll look over at Adrian. I don't know.
Alright, so. Y'all going with Arlan, or Arlan going solo, or.
Yeah, they'll be fine. About
Yeah, let me go alone.
hang back about 500 yards.
Let's go down. Go to Sinclair.
Is everyone good?
I'm okay ruffling a feather of a mage or two.
Yeah. Fun. I'm more insinuating, are we topped off?
Yeah.
No one's
I
done
mean,
anything
we
wild.
just woke up and ate breakfast.
Well, and we walked.
Like, does
the
that wear
city.
you all out?
Oh, not all of us.
You've seen how aggressively I
That's fair.
Chip marks on your beak.
Alright, so who all is going to this conversation?
The world.
They're gonna be cool with that? Us?
I imagine not.
Yeah.
He is trying to... I'm concerned about him. Not for him, but about him.
Is this going to require subtleness?
I believe so, in order for us all not to
I'll
be
wait outside.
killed.
You think they would just kill us?
They can, can't they?
I'll try. Take at least one of them out. At least the butler, maybe.
Well,
The butler's like this, like martial artist, like monk bitch. It's more than a. Anyway.
You can play with this one. Wait. I hand you the gun.
Oh, Roll will take it and be like,
Please don't break it. I was hoping to do something with it for you.
well, no, I mean, I've used these before.
This is one of the ones from, like,
It's
they were
similar
kind of a one and
mechanisms.
done's thing, though.
Yeah, does this look like a firearm?
Yeah, but it's the modified ones from the dwarves down below that
Does it
shot the
function
pistols.
the same way?
Yeah, I mean it has the same mechanics, but
Yep.
you did see that when they shot something, the barrel broke. That probably
Yep.
to you is because it's not an even bullet and just
I mean, I probably wouldn't shoot it because they were kind of shoddy.
I wanted to play around with it before I gave it to you, but I figure if you're just going to be hanging out, might as well
I can look at it and
see
see
how
if
you
I can
feel about it.
figure out if there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
He'll kind of look down the barrel,
There it is.
see if there's any imperfections that I can see, and I'll go walk off and sit down on a tree with smoke at his side.
okay. I mean, I would think you would know gun safety. Okay.
You take a bullet to the face. I mean, a couple times.
I was gonna
Sleep 8
say
hours, you'll be fine.
in 5e guns are kind of meh, and especially a little buff boy.
Yeah, you just take a second one. You're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
The bullet lodged in his head.
45 straight to the jaw. Let's go.
All right, y'all approach the man now.
I'm gonna knock.
The butler opens the door.
Hello, I'm here to see Felix Sinclair.
Do you have an appointment?
I live here.
No, you don't.
I used to.
Irrelevant.
Is it? Russell standing right next to
I
me.
don't believe it is.
Well, you don't get to decide that. So, anything else?
I could be on official business here, and we get the right to search the whole place, or we get to talk to Sinclair, utilizing my investigator, I'm on a case thing to try to get him.
Okay. Roll deception.
Well, it's about an apothecary.
Ooh, you dear.
It's called official inquiry.
I know it's not official anyway, but you're not walking into a crime scene. You're walking into a senator's house.
I don't know if that's not a crime scene.
The senator's
Now
house
you
is
know.
almost certainly a crime scene.
Yeah.
I'm going to say in this case,
I mean, I can roll. What do you want me to roll?
I no, not on this one. No,
Okay.
because even me now saying that is like, even if this was a crime scene and it's the senator's house, do you actually have that power to do that? Game function, yes. Walking into his
In this
house. Or
in this
bar,
case, you're saying no.
correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna take off my.
Especially since you threatened us last night. I'm not gonna let you.
He asked to see you, didn't he?
He did, yes.
Appointment.
No,
You're not even gonna fucking check with him?
no,
Is he here?
Pardon my comment.
yes,
Then I wish to see him.
no.
I'm sure you would like to see me as well. Would he
Here's
rather?
the thing. Have you been called upon?
Yes. Earlier today, in fact.
Well, okay. Have you been called upon since that conversation?
No.
He doesn't want to see you.
Can you change this fucking guy's mind? He says to Vanessa.
Oh. I thought you were telling the butler to go change Sinclair's mind. I'm like, fuck you. No, do you have the ability to change his mind? No.
Hey, it's called a longbow.
Silence. That's it.
We do have something that will change his mind. Button.
Are you all,
I do, but I.
I'll do it. If,
You said. Is it only the butler that they can see?
that you can see, yes.
Right now, that buzz costume.
Is there any sound happening in the house?
I mean, there's the bustle, it's like servants moving around. Occasionally, you'll see one pass in the background, and if you have a high enough perception, which most of you do, you'll hear people walking around upstairs, and like it's not just like several people tend to these people. They may have friends over, maybe doing official business, that kind of stuff. It's a manor, so it takes a lot to maintain it.
You just talk to that guy.
Talk to that guy.
Sent me a message before. Tell me.
Russell pulls out a human beard.
I
That's a
can.
good way.
Did it change your mind?
That's a good way to get into a sit in his house. His hand starts drifting to behind the
better
door.
than what we do right now, unless you want to try to subdue this guy.
Not yet.
Oh.
There's an order of operations here.
That's why I'm trying to go through the order, which is
Escalation
relation
points.
Okay, I'm going
They're covering
to
official
cast
stuff.
ascending.
How was that?
It's another governing official house.
You know, we seem to be in with them, you know.
No.
I just mean entangled.
Oh.
Don't fucking sigh and smirk over there, you pizza.
This is what I wanted. It's great.
Nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna send ascending to Fear.
Okay.
We'll see if I don't know if we can get it. I have questions. At your front door. Please mute me.
So this is what it feels like to be prayed to.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Really?
child, but I'm busy at the moment. So.
Okay, cool. I'm now going to cast suggestion
Okay.
on Butler.
Okay.
Say DC 16 wisdom save.
Don't let me in.
So two things happen. First, it is successful. Then the crystals inside the house turn red, and there's now a reddish hue inside the house. And you start to hear some shouting, and people start to run.
That doesn't sound good.
Like approaching the door?
Yeah.
Like, no, people are running from inside closer to the door?
Make a perception check.
Would this be loud enough where Oliver would be what?
There's no like.
7.
There's no like
Actual
auditory.
alarm.
It's almost. Imagine that you're on the Enterprise and they did the silent red. Like there's danger. Heavy like. But you were what?
70.
17. Yeah. Some of it is towards the front door.
Suddenly feels like a very bad idea.
Come on in.
I'm going in there.
I don't know if you're going to make it out of there. He may be a wrathful god.
Then we have to stop him. Yes.
Maybe not. You
Dying is the worst way to stop this.
You probably don't want to fight God in heaven.
You see two guards approach. What's going from the inside of the house? What's going on here?
I have an appointment.
Do they have an appointment, Butler? No. The Butler response.
Listen, Butler, you're on our side.
Not really.
I'm being busy.
I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave the premises.
We're not on the premises.
Yes.
We're at the gate. Oh, okay.
I mean, you're at the door of the house.
Understood.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were at the gate thing. Sorry.
I have been lost. I wish to return.
Do you have an appointment? And the butler said no.
Are any of the chess pieces missing?
No.
You might also lose.
Yeah, so I'm not like asking you guys. I'm gonna need to ask you to leave.
Okay,
Wait.
I will.
I'm not
Wait.
asking here, guys. I'm gonna need to ask you to leave.
He presses.
I thought I didn't know that. All right, no.
You see the two gargoyles start to stand and like cannons come out of their mouth as they start to look at you both and like look at the front stoop.
That looks fucking dumb. And Russell turns to go
Anybody
play with the gun.
staying?
No, peace out.
Oliver's just across the street looking down the barrel of a gun, looks up, sees gargoyles, and goes, well, this doesn't look like it's going well.
Russell's walking
As
back.
we're turning around, we're coming.
Y'all good?
Yep, we're great.
I think we should find out who knows about his goals.
Good.
Yeah.
I want a restraining order on this group of people. Then I
No.
become-
What? I can't understand you.
He walks to you. You are Gourd, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What is your name?
What's your name?
My name is Jonathan. What is your name?
Beur.
Roll a decision.
Guys, that's bullshit. This is the first time I've been here. Can't get a restraining order on me.
10.
For harassment, I
11.
need to have been here at least twice. This is my first time.
I don't.
Officer
exist.
Beur, I need you
I'm gonna keep on walking.
to tell them if they come back here that they can be arrested.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Yes.
How?
Roll a deception check.
All I gotta do is drink, by the way.
Has to do a strict to halfling.
Go for it.
Actually, Oliver just doesn't believe him.
That's not how that works.
Wow. 8.
Which is about your own.
You believe him.
Man, just doesn't care.
It can work that way.
Okay, when what did they threaten you with?
It doesn't matter.
No, it actually does, depending on.
Inside, come out with the butler.
I mean, two of them. No, the
No, this
butler's
is
back
the
there.
guard that came outside.
Two
Okay.
of the guards have come out.
So
and
so it
now-
actually does work because are these city guards or private guards?
These are private guards.
So you may not be
While they're
familiar,
talking, Russell's kind of trying to circle around behind them.
but there are particular
You
forms.
do see there's more guards now. Those were just the first two to arrive.
There are particular
Does that make
forms, and
sense?
if you would like, I can take you down to the barracks and we can take your statement so I can actually fill out the right paperwork. It's going to hurt my hands. I'm going to get really agitated. I may want to fight you at some point because it's just been that kind of day. I mean, so yeah, come on, let's go down to the barracks.
He whispers to one of them. One of them runs back to talk to the butler. And then the other one comes back and says, the threat was our reign of terror will come to an end.
That was said now.
It was said by him.
Bear's fucked off.
He just
But it was said by him now. During this visit.
We were threatened. And then he returned with more people who, when asked politely to leave, didn't and used magic
Wasn't that polite?
unauthorized.
Wasn't that
on the
polite?
person.
look at me.
Fine. Who was asked by all right to leave the premises, polite or not.
Okay,
And I'm pretty
okay.
sure we did say it's time for you to go, not kick your asses up to the goat.
Okay, and you want to go down to the barracks and us fill out the paperwork for...
Absolutely.
No,
You just killed
I really don't want to.
So which one of you is Beur?
I am Beur.
Well,
Gotta say.
as I tried to explain to the butler last time, who apparently is actually quite confused because, see, he thought
He whispers to his friend again. He goes and leaves.
Cool. Well, why don't you just go back inside?
Guy comes back and whispers in his ear. Officer Kipkin. I
yeah.
need
No, that actually is me. Yep,
I need you to do your job.
I am.
Do you let these people just walk up to random people's houses, threaten them, and then not leave when they're asked to leave?
In this instance, yes.
Who
We're
is your
actually working a
commanding
case.
officer?
Who's my commanding officer?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe if you're good at
No, I
investigating.
can just walk and ask.
Yeah,
I can just-
I'm gonna make you walk,
If he arrested
little boy.
I don't want him to arrest you. I want him to give you a formal warning of what's going to happen when you do come back.
Okay,
How easy do these pockets look to pick?
So, so normally what happens in this case is if you truthfully did use magic to influence yourself into an individual's home, there are a couple of things that they could pursue, which could include, depending on your intent, which was it to harm.
A 30 silver fine.
he asked for a formal warning. That is what I was requesting.
Oh no, I have to go through all of this, and that is the warning, because then you understand the series of punishment depending on your intent.
I do not intend to harm.
Okay, so
Did
the
you lie
worst
there?
the worst you're
Okay.
looking at is maybe a night in the barrack, the prison. I don't know, jail cell, whatever they call it here.
Excellent. A night in jail. All right. Let's
Or
go.
the senator's house? No.
It's too late.
No, see, but here's the thing: you don't get to decide that.
No, but he does. He points back at the house.
No, that's
No,
what
that's
the
up to
laws
the
and
magistrate.
constitutions
Sorry.
of the city get to decide.
It's just, you know what?
Oh yeah, no. Am I going to do it by the book? The book that your little friend
Do you-
inside there helped write?
Let's
Do
just
you
put it this way.
pretend-
You're going to report to a judge. That judge is going to sentence you. And I am going to be probably right when I say it's going to be a much harsher sentence than normal.
Do you pray to him too?
Wait,
Who?
as in harsher, as in you're going to embellish.
I'm not going to make
Well, no, but it's going to be embellished.
You understand what embellish means.
Yes, made worse than what it appears, or given excess. I don't know. Really, I don't. I've heard it used before.
Close to context. What was it? No, I don't. I don't serve a god.
Well, see, that's part of your problem then.
Well, he's not yet.
Okay, it's just crazy people showing up at the door. We just don't want them to be here.
Is
Yeah,
he
It's
lying?
kind of alright.
Does he
You're
actually
more than
know?
welcome to roll an insight.
Okay.
Does he actually want crazy people at the door?
Well, I just want to know if he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got a 27.
He is so many gods.
So
Now-
back to them pockets.
If we want to go back to crazy people at the door and all that stuff, when you actually called me up here, it did look like they were leaving, so they were heeding your warning, and now you're just making a big scene in public. See, this is the problem
Technically,
with the
you're
private guards.
making the scene because I'm asking you to do your job. You're not doing your job.
Mm,
Anyway,
I don't
here's the
think you know what
thing.
my job
You've
is.
you've been warned. Have a nice day.
yeah, you've been warned as well. Stop making scenes in public.
Is that a law that I'm breaking?
There can be. I can read it.
for zero tolerance.
Disturbing the peace. It's interesting how the tables have turned here. Are you above the law when he's not above the law? When he's actually technically making the law?
So, yes, I don't think any of you have figured that out yet.
I'm going. The guy at this point just throws his hand up and walks away. In the meantime,
Yeah, no, it'll be like the most opportune moment would likely be when he is flustered, throws hands up, and turns to walk away. Russell try to.
now keep in mind there are two of them. This is
Yeah.
gonna be at they're literally watching threats, so it's gonna be a disadvantage. Perfect. And are you trying to identify what they have, or are you actually going for something?
Yes.
So so roll then a perception check. You can roll this normally because no one gives a shit if you're watching people. Yeah, so you don't identify anywhere readily where they could be keeping. I mean, outside of the obvious, right? Got a sword on his belt, that kind of shit. But no, like, you don't know where the coin purse is. You just want to randomly reach in pockets and hope for the best. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, now this will be entertaining.
May the heart of the cards guide me. That would be an 11.
That would be a natural 20.
Perfect.
And an 8. So one was completely clueless. But the one that's off to the side of this conversation just sees you start going for a
That little
pocket.
bird boy took something.
Well, he sees you putting your hand in the pocket. And he just grabs you. He goes to grab for you.
Oh, I just dropped a coin. And he darts away.
And he starts chasing you.
Cool. He takes off.
Russell playing grab ass now? What was that?
Oliver just kind of goes, "Oh no, stop!" Maintaining eye contact with the one he's been arguing with.
We're just gonna make this one roll unless you do terrible. Maybe survive. Like, how do you want to try to?
Dead in the street.
We can do acrobatics. We can do survival if you want to use street
like
smart.
having a good time.
We can do.
Well, we'll do acrobatics, and then he'll attempt to just ducking. Just dip into an alley and break line of sight. And then,
Yeah, you're most likely unless you fuck this up royally.
well, there's a solid chance I fucked this up royally. 9?
Okay, you tie, but with your advantages as a ranger, and this is your natural training and stuff, I'm going to let you'll beat the tie. It was closer than you would have liked, though. No, he's done with y'all. He's
Does he-
walking away.
He chases him for a bit.
You duck into the alley, and he
Does he
runs
follow him
past.
into the alley?
No, you said you duck him in the alley, so he run past as he goes.
Just a real quick murder.
Oh yeah, no. They literally just saw him chase you, and he ends up dead in the street.
Russell comes out covered in blood. I don't know what happened. He just fell onto my sword several times.
All right, no, yeah, we're done. So
The one walks back. The one that chased Russell, does he end up passing back by the group?
no, they just kind of meet, they talk, they look at y'all, and they animate like their angry talk as they walk into the.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys must be really good at your job if you couldn't even catch someone that was like literally right in front of you.
At least we attempted to do our jobs.
No,
It
no.
seems like
I
friendship has
literally-
its perks.
Yes, no, it does. That's what having friends is. I mean, I can clearly see that you guys don't have it. Yeah.
Hypocrite. At this point, they shut the door. Now, they got the last word in. With hypocrite.
Oliver is like sitting there. He's like, "Should I go up and say something?"
Russell's not there.
Is the butler still like at the door while
No,
everybody?
I mean, he was at the door watching this scene unfold, but he's
That made me feel good.
What?
okay.
Which part?
Most of it.
As the scene is unfolding, and
Okay.
Adrian like sees like the guards.
Now, keep in mind, like I told him,
Hmm.
those are the first two to respond. There are
Sure.
now other guards there
Sure.
at the door. These two are just having a conversation.
Adrian will politely whisper to the butler.
As in, like the spell message, or you walk up and to him and whisper.
Oh, we can do the spell message. That's
Okay.
Um,
I just wanted to try to figure out your position.
no, you're good.
Towards
Pretty much saying, I guess it would be deception, but she's trying. Ultimately, the message would say, "We would very much like a meeting with Felix. Otherwise, I can make his private enjoyments, be made public. Ultimately, trying to pull a Prince Andrew situation here."
So. Okay.
Next character ready? Yeah, it's Prince Andrew.
Go ahead and roll your deception.
An 18.
Okay. Can you respond to message?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know who Yeah, that's not true. He knows
I don't know who
everybody.
Prince Andrew is.
He goes, even if that was true, we have enough money to bury it and you.
Depends on how many people I end up telling. Can't bury them all.
No, bury the story and bury you.
No. Oh, I know how this works. It wouldn't look good for your name. Or this family's name.
Politics. We're politicians. None of this looks good for us. Some of it does look
A
good
simple
for us.
meeting. It can be with just Arlan.
Can I
None
give
of
you a
us-
suggestion?
Probably won't listen to it, so why would you waste your breath?
Have any of you tried to follow the proper channels to get a meeting?
You know what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. She thinks about it. She's like, I ought to have done that before resorting to blackmail, huh?
Well, any of this.
She'll laugh.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna be hard at this point.
She's like, you know what? That's on us.
Right
I
about now,
apologize.
they're chasing Rustle away.
That's straight out of Always Sunny.
How many times can we fuck up in 8 minutes?
Oh my god. Or the butler will see her, like, put her hands to her temples and just like, oh my god. Like, they know, she knows that this could have been done a lot better. You'll be hearing from us through the proper channels. Oh my god.
No response for that. Anybody else? Anything?
Zephyr strip.
Okay. We'll wind up this session here. You guys are level 6, and we're going to go into a little bit of downtime. It's just going to be a handful of days, like probably 3 or 4. We'll finish out the rest of this week, so 3 days.
How do I